Hello, there we go. There we go. We good. I can see myself talking. We're good. TCB, what are you doing to me, bro? You releasing chapters at 12? 12 some in the day, 1 p.m.? 1 p.m.? I mean, I'm cool with that because that gives me time to not have to stay up all night and edit or stay up late to read the chapter, and it gives some of my other viewers the opportunity to see it, like the ones in Europe and all over. But 12, 1 p.m.? Sheesh, bro. That's crazy. Y'all crazy for that. But they did warn this week on Twitter. They said that this chapter, if you don't like spoilers, at least stay away from spoilers because it's, and you know when they say that, it's one of those chapters. So it's one of those chapters. So you know we got to get to it pretty quickly. Hey, you're Kaylee. What up? Appreciate you pulling up in the stream. Wow, I didn't even pull that up on my like actual chat thing. It just pulled it up on the like video part. Interesting. Very interesting. But you're Kaylee. It doesn't even say I have a viewer right now, so it's hard to. Let me check out my YouTube thing. Um, it's not even saying I have a viewer. But you're busy right now. But appreciate you pulling up, Kaylee, saying what's up, saying you're. Hope you can be in the chat. Oh, it says I have my viewer now. But early chapter, we don't care. Honestly, it would be better if they released an early chapter for me personally, because I work night shifts. If they released it early, anyway. But it's One Piece Thursday. So let's get into it. One Piece, chapter 1060, titled Luffy's Dream. Okay, clicking on it. Bet y'all can really hear me clicking since I'm like right under the mic. Oh, dope. The red eyes, they have it there, but they're, I guess it's because of the coloring. They're a little bit fake. They look more like pink. They look like his chest scar. They're like the same color as his chest scar. Maybe Oda just didn't really want to change the colors of that he was using. Pull out red just because there's other things pink on here, and his chest scar is like the same color. But Gear 5 Luffy, as since he was first introduced into it or transformed into it, I love him. He looks dope. I like the all white transformation, except for the sash for some reason, because the sash and the straw hat are special. Oh, we got a color page this week. Let's see. What does that say? DeHardy? Is that what that says? One Piece. I don't know what that says in the background. Look, DeHarry? Rahari? I don't know what that says. But we got the full Straw Hat crew. Jinbei with the Straw Hat emblem on his hat. It's nice to see that Jinbei's just spreading his Straw Hatness everywhere now. Oda's including him in everywhere. He's an official Straw Hat. So it's just nice to see that reinforcement because it like starts to give us that connection and love for Jinbei. Even though a lot of us already love Jinbei, it was different with joining the Straw Hats. Because we had been with like most of the Straw Hats forever pre-time skip. The top like 5, 6 Straw Hats up to like Chopper were there since before Alabasta, which is crazy. So most of the Straw Hats we have a love for. They really had to hit it out the park with. I see why Oda made Jinbei and Brook more of like wacky, entertaining characters. It's because they came later than the rest of the Straw Hats, so he really had to make an imprint with those characters to make us, I guess, remember them and love them just as much as our original 5, 6, 7 Straw Hats. So that makes a lot of sense to me. But this is a really dope cover page. Our two beautiful women, Robin, Nico Robin, and Nami in the middle. We got Zoro with his Watto. Funny that he has his Watto, but it makes sense. No others. Bro, I like Zoro with that boy Zoro over here. Bro, I love it. Honestly, I love it. I love it. Zoro looks so dope in this picture, bro. Sanji look dope too, but I love the Zoro sword in hand, little like that little slight grin. But why does this thing keep hitting the table? I'm sorry, guys. Um, I'm spending a lot of time on a cover page, but I like the cover page, and I just had some things to say about it. If you don't care about the cover page, you can skip to now. Um, First page. Oh, somebody said cover request by Iwasaka. I want to see an updated version of the bonus color page for Volume 8 with all 10 members. I'm going to have to go look back at Volume 8. We might do that at the end of the episode. If anybody's watching and remembers this, just remember end of the episode. Okay, first page. No way in hell this is a lie. He never killed Vivi's dad. Okay, so we're starting. What are those crocodiles in the water? That's weird. We theorized this might be happening. I thought maybe one more chapter without the Straw Hats and we talk about something else in the world. But I think this one might be a half and half chapter where half of it is with the Straw Hats and the other half is maybe going with Blackbeard or talking more about Wang Shi or all of that. So let's get back. He'd never kill Vivi's dad. Of course Luffy would never believe that. Sabo wouldn't do something like this in a million years. I'm with you there. The Revolutionary Army is against the world nobles, not the regular kings. Revolutionary Army declares war on celestial dragons. King Cobra of Arabasta assassinated by Revolutionary Chief of Staff Sabo. His daughter Vivi is missing. Set course for Arabasta right now. Like I've been saying, what good is... Dang, you going to Arabasta, bro? That's kind of far back from where y'all are. Like I've been saying, what good is that going to do? Tell him, Zoro. Clean your swords and tell him. The man's dead. Bro, that man Zoro is savage. He right, though, but he is savage. The man's dead. Besides, Vivi was last seen at Marijois. Then let's go there. Huh? He want to go. Oh, you know Luffy. He'll challenge the government. He'll challenge anybody. He don't care. He don't give one F if it's about his friends. Are we heading to Marijois? Not good. Damn. Care, bro. It's chained up. So do they know they have him? We're expecting Carrot in the bucket, the basket, bucket, barrel, in the barrel. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. But we get Caribou, of course. Are we heading to Marijois? Not good. Damn it. It's too muffled to hear. You moron. That's the den of the enemy. You want to take on Navy HQ? Damn straight. What's wrong, Zoro? You chicken? For real. Simmer down. I'm saying we don't have any leads. Bro, Sanji. Where are you, Vivi-chan? How are you feeling? Please be safe. Vivi's dad is dead. Thank you. Thank you? Oh. That's really terrible placement for reading. Vivi's dad is dead. In Chopper's mind, he's thinking, thank you. Back to King Cobra said thank you for something. But he was so nice, even to us pirates. Yeah, he was the best king around. I'm torn between worrying about Vivi and worrying about how she's taking all of this. Who is that? Who is? Oh, that's Nami. I was like, I thought Nami was in front and then there was somebody else, but I was like, they look like Nami, but Nami's walking in circles going crazy. Nami. Seems like this year's reverie was quite tumultuous. This is the same bro we met in Dressrosa, right? What are they talking about? Who they meet in Dressrosa? Oh, Sabo. I've never known anyone to be discontent with the way Arabasta is ruled. I can't take it anymore. Vivi, where are you? That does it. That's Nami crying. That does it. We're going to go save her. They're all crying. Zoro's the only voice of reason. I'm sorry. I'm hidden. I'm getting loud sounds all up in y'all's earphone or speaker. All of you, knock it off. Luffy, remember what you said about Ace that one time? Ooh. Ace has his own adventures. You trusted him to make... Okay, yeah, he trusted him to make his own decisions, and he ended up dead. You trusted him to make his own way up until the point where he actually needed help. You should have helped him before. So why underestimate Vivi? She can hold her own. If the opportunity presents itself, we can pitch in then. But in the meantime, have faith and quit belly aching. You can't stop us from worrying. You're an Oni. No, an Onigashima. You're a green Kaido. Crappy boss. Bro, this might be the best part of the This might be the best part of the chapter. I haven't even gotten to the rest, but so far, bro, I love it. All of them on Zoro head, bro. You're an Oni. He said you're an Oni, no an Onigashima. You're a green Kaido, a green mom. Crappy boss head. Shut it forth, bro. This shit hilarious. This is hilarious. I love that One Piece is back to this. The crew being together, having such funny moments, even though it's like juxtaposed to like the really like last chapter was all basically crazy. But we come back with this chapter with all the crew together and they're just bonding and melding and having their interactions. It is so funny and it feels so good. So good. I loved Wano. It had its problems, but please, Oda, don't ever make an arc that long again. It was a wee bit too long. Wee bit. There were a lot of developments. While we were in Wano and things seemed to be escalating fast, the abolishment of the warlords drove those elite pirates back to the seas. As a result, the Cross Guild was founded. And Buggy, the bombastic clown, became an emperor. There has to be some mix-up, for real, for real. Nami's so cute. Luffy, there are other familiar names in here. Would you like to hear? The news about them, too. Okay, are we going to get a Weevil? We going to Robin giving a story time with the newspaper. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, what up, chat? What up, two viewers in the chat? Say what's up. Let me know. Nah, I'll leave. It's up to you. Just tell me if there's anything big to keep an eye on. Huh? Nah, Luffy, you need to hear news. Okay, I'll do that. I wouldn't want to overload you with information. Sabo's incident, definitely. He had a real strict upbringing. He just wants to make sure no one else has their freedom taken the way he did. I don't like how that was set up. I want to see the world and write a book about it. She. Okay, my turn. I'm gonna... He's still hiding Luffy's true dream. The three of us swore an oath. Me, him, and Ace. And I said I'd... Bro. Again! They flash in Luffy's dream. He's never even shared that with his crew. I mean, of course not that we've known, but that's crazy. Huh? What did you just say? What? Yo, you're too much. Hey, are you serious? What is going on? Oh, he just told them the dream. Why are they sweating? Brooke's laughing. Hey, are you serious? Wahaha. That sounds great. It's perfect. Da ha ha ha. So some people are like, what about it? And some people are laughing about it. Chopper, I think someone needs to check his head. Robin with a dot dot dot. Whoa. So Sanji, Robin. No, wait. So Sanji, Chopper, Brooke, and Frankie all love it, which kind of give me an idea that it's a little bit silly and kind of like a kid, like when he made it up. It's a kid's dream. Um, I like the idea about a party that everyone in the world attends. Um, the fact that Usopp's a little shocked by it too, I'm interested. I hope they tell us. Come on, there's no way anyone can do that. But I'll have a shot if I become king of the. That's why he wants to become king of the pirates, so everyone knows his name. And he can. Okay. I don't even know how you come up with this stuff. Who said that? I can't tell. Huh? I've never mentioned this to any of you before. That's what I'm saying. Nope, it wouldn't have made much of a difference since it's impossible. It's a worldwide party. That means I only told Shanks, Ace, Sabo, and I guess that's it. Oh, how did they react? They all laughed. Oh, and Shanks had some tears rolling down his face. that's that's what I want at the end of my dream. My eyes are getting slightly teary because I feel the end of One Piece coming. How? I feel the end of One Piece coming. These panels right here, this chapter so far, these panels, they're so surreal. Oh my god. That's what I want at the end of my dream as Luffy lays back. Oh no, man. One Piece got me a little emotional. Wahaha. Well, I joined the crew willingly, so I can't exactly say it's not my problem. I sure picked a troublesome cap. What does he want if it's troublesome? She. That's awesome, Luffy. Your dream's amazing. It sure sounds like you. Aw, Nami. No, I've been really because Sanji been simping for Nami for so long, but I'm not even gonna go into shipping, but Nami and Luffy, I'm not even a shipper, but Nami and Luffy, that's just the way it's just like, and just the look Oda put on her face is just so pure and just accepting and just like, oh, it's Luffy. It's perfect for you. It sure sounds like you. Since you got to be a pirate king to even make that possible, we'd better find that last lode poneglyph. Then it's off to Laugh Tale. You make it sound so easy, Frankie. It's been a long time since that poneglyph was last seen. Of course, that's why no one has it. No emperors have it. We don't even have a clue on where to look. It's in Elbath because nobody's seen it. It's in Elbath. Navy HQ, the New World. We've intercepted a transmission. It's from Flame Emperor Sabo to Kamabaka Queendom. Where's it coming from? We have to pinpoint the origin. He's not using a white transponder snail to jam his call. He wants y'all to hear. He must be desperate. I doubt he'll speak for long. We've traced his position. Where is he? Lelucia. He's in Lelucia Kingdom. Interesting. I remember we saw a queen or something, or Lelucia was where we went to before we went to the Reverie. I'm pretty sure. I see. He's an unlucky man. No, this is fate. What's going on in Lelucia? And we see Eam. I didn't even realize that. He's just dotting. Or she. It's still so. That's such a weird silhouette, bro. It doesn't even look like a person. I see. He's an unlucky man. No, this is fate. Kamabaka Queendom. Sabo-kun. Sorry, I know I've caused you a lot of trouble. You all a lot of trouble. Sabo. Veer. I think that's supposed to be a W. We're so glad to hear you're safe. Dragon-san. Ooh, Sabo. He looks beat up and... Oh, that's his face scar. I was about to say, is he crying? Dragon Son. I wasn't the one who killed King Cobra. Of course not. Perish the thought. That sounds like Yvonne Khan. Perish the thought. I totally have faith in you. We knew you were innocent, Sabo-kun. Listen, when I was in Marijois, I saw something unbelievable. Unbelievable? The sky's getting dark. Ooh, is that Sabo? I mean, is that dragons? No, that's on the Lucia Kingdom, looks like. Lucia Kingdom, the new world. Are those clouds? It's almost like there's something huge up there. What's going on? You heathens will regret this. When Navy HQ gets a word of this treason, you'll be impaled. Make sure they leave a few for me, Papa. I'll never forgive these dirty plebs. Yeah, that was the princess. Oh, the Lucia Kingdom was the one like Garp or Kobe were Yeah, Kobe was transporting them, and this was the princess that was beating the... Okay. Your Majesty, no, I mean Lord Seki, please just confess to your crimes. We don't want to kill you. So they're taking over. It happened in the throne room. Did he see Eam? Those eyes. It happened in the throne room. He saw him sit on the throne. It happened in the throne room of Pangea Castle. Cut the signal to the surveillance division's transponder snails. What? I thought that there was no king of the world, but the empty throne wasn't empty. I saw. As far as the surveillance division is concerned, what is up there? A shadow. Oh my God. Bro, this is what he mean. This is how God Valley was taken out. This is what he meant by the freaking erasing the lights of the world. What is going on? Like I said, this chapter was, I didn't think this whole chapter was going to focus on the Straw Hats, and I thought the second half was going to be about something else, but I did not expect this. What is going on? Oh my God. Hold up. I thought there was no king of the world, but the empty throne wasn't empty. I saw. They're crossing off the Lucia Kingdom. Does the rest of the world government know this? Who cut the lines? Who cut the lines? Let me go back. They were talking about cutting the lines. That's why they said he's an unlucky man. No, this is fate because Eam is planning to destroy that. Oh my God. Why Lucia though? Because they're having a revolution. That's how they've taken control all of these years. It happened in the throne room of Pangea. I already read that part. Okay, next page. As far as the surveillance division is concerned, okay, we've read that one. No information was intercepted. Eam's eyes. As for Lucia, that country never existed. Oh my, this is what happened to God Valley. Is this gonna lead into us like almost immediately finding out what happened on God Valley? That would kind of make sense. Not immediately, but kind of in the next few chapters, we get some type of information, some more information on what happened. We have reports of sea quakes off the southeastern shore. Sabo-kun, Sabo-kun, please beware of tsunamis. Oh my God. Were they near Lucia? Is this how they're going to connect with Sabo? Sabo's going to end up washing up near them or landing on their boat. A few days later aboard the Thousand Sunny. God. I'm scared and it's freezing. Watch out for icebergs. Furl the sails. The wind is too strong. Are we close to making land, Nami? Alright, brr. It feels like we've entered an island's climate zone. I guess the next one, a winter island. Oh my God, what is going on? Another winter island? Oh, aren't you looking dashing, Chopper? Robin loves her some Chopper. Hee, verily. Tama gave me this hat to shield me from the snow. Aw, Tama and her straw hats. I'm heading out on deck. Hey, Nami, what in the world is that? What are you, huh? What is that thing? It's like a giant warm eddy. What's a warm eddy? That's like a sea tornado with in ball form? An eddy current, but it's going upward. Is the eddy current the one they use to get to Fishman Island? It must mean a mass of warm water is being forced up at this point somewhere. Oh, it looks like an afro. A rapid temperature change is dangerous. We've got to run, Jinbei. Be swallowed up. Or we'll be swallowed up. We'll be swallowed up. Leave it to me. Wait, somebody trapped in the water. It's Sabo. How could anyone be alive in there? Is it a mermaid? No, he's right. I can definitely hear a lady in distress through a body of water. He can hear a lady, so it's a lady. It's a girl. Is it the queen? Not the queen. The prince. Not. Okay, we're going into another princess thing. Are you guys serious? Even if someone's in there, what are we supposed to do? I'll cut it. You better not leave a scratch on the lady. Bird dance. Zoro just cut through this freaking water current thing, bro. Hey guys, what's all the commotion? Amigasa hat chopper. Amigasa hat chopper here, reporting for duty. Ah, the wind's too strong. Ah, Chopper, why did you come out? Ooh, dang, he flying. Chopper, Luffy, you're getting blown away too. Whoosh. Oh no, here goes the separation. Just when I was talking about this chapter that I was glad that the crew is back and it was looking good, and we're back. Okay. Why did you come out? Plop, they're flying off. A kid popped out. One of the worst generation, the glutton, Jory Bonnie. This is how they connect to Jory Bonnie. Okay. How did she get on the island? Wait, was Kuma the former king of Lelucia Kingdom? Was he the tyrant of Lelucia? If anybody's watching and knows this answer, can you please let me know? I know he was the king of a former kingdom. And Bonnie was maybe she was related to him somehow, I think. A chance meeting. But she's small. I mean, she probably changed herself small. Why is she in the water? How did she get there? Sabo's not dead. I don't know how he survived. They erased all of them. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's the chapter. That's the chapter. Ten out of 10. No break next week. 10 out of 10. This is a 10 out of 10 chapter. I enjoyed every single freaking panel in this chapter. I'm an older angel for this chapter. Jesus. This just heat. This whole chapter, heat. Every fucking panel is heat. Jesus. We're oven it. Dang. I went from like tearing up at Luffy's dream, at us approaching the end, and Luffy telling his dream. I'm still kind of tearing up. I went from tearing up to like a shock face to laughing again to, oh my god, I feel like I went through every emotion in the book during this chapter. One Piece. One Piece. Goated, bro. We love One Piece, bro. We love One Piece over here. One Piece, Oda, nothing but respect. No break next week. We getting in it. Okay, guys. What was y'all's favorite part about the chapter? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna go back through the chapter, see if there's anything I missed, anything else I want to talk about. I'm not going to go too in depth. I'll leave that for my chapter review, so I'm not repeating myself. But join the chat, please, if you're watching, have read the chapter. I see there's a couple viewers, so appreciate y'all watching. I know it's early in the day, so it's hard for a lot of people to even make it to this, so appreciate it, guys. So I'm gonna go through the main points. Okay, Luffy finds out about Sabo, doesn't believe it. We find out later Sabo's on Lelucia Kingdom's island, and I don't know if it's something to do with his eyes and if he's controlling it. The little shadow thing just reminded me of like Shiki and his ability to float like islands and ships and stuff like that. Deek shit Sig Gularia 1. Let's go, bro. I'm sorry if I just slayed your name. I murdered that. I'm sorry about that, bro. I murdered the fuck out of your name. Hey, but Deek shit, bro. Let's go. Hey, let's go. This chapter is fucking good. Like I said, I went through every emotion in the book. Appreciate you commenting, my boy. This chapter, what's your favorite part of this chapter, bro? Where do you think we're going from here? Oh my god. This was phenomenal. When TCB say, watch out for spoilers, avoid spoilers, hey, y'all better listen. Y'all better listen. I listen. Jeez, bro. Where's Vivi? So she's not with Sabo, it doesn't seem like. So my thoughts previously of maybe having captured her, I hope it's not true. Maybe true, but with Zoro basically saying like, no, we're not doing shit with this. We have no leads, no clues with that. Zoro's gonna get outruled by Jewelry Bonnie because she's gonna have info that they want to know because she was up there. She's probably saw some stuff. She probably knows what really happened with Sabo. And he said he didn't kill them, so it was obviously Im and the Gorosei who took this man out. Let's go though. One Piece. One Piece. I want a carrot. A lot of people might slay me for this. I want a carrot in the barrel. Oda might be doing like a what are they called? Like a kind of double meaning. He's kind of hiding the obvious carrot in the barrel by throwing us off with Caribou being in the barrel, you know? And maybe next chapter Carrot hops out of the barrel too. I don't know why they have this barrel specifically chained up. They obviously don't think they have him in there, but maybe he chained it himself. But okay, let's see what else. It's funny seeing the different reactions to Luffy's dream from all the different Straw Hats. Zoro's kind of shocked, Nami's kind of shocked, Jinbei's shocked, Usopp's shocked, and Robin's a little bit shocked. Frankie, Brooke, Sanji, and Chopper. It seems like Sanji and Chopper Sanji and Usopp should be switched if we're going with it being like something a little bit goofy. And them just laughing, even though Sanji laughs at Luffy and stuff he does too sometimes, but he's a little bit more like Nami's reaction, where it's like, bro, stop. You're being stupid. So I'm really interested to see what Luffy's dream is. The theory about it being basically the biggest party in the world or party everyone attends, it's still likely, and definitely because they're saying it's impossible. But the way they make it sound a little bit later, they're just like, no, that's like not something that's really possible. Which that probably is something they would think is impossible, and being king of the pirates and his influence could help with that. Bro. What if at the end of One Piece it is the party? And basically the party that everyone attends is Luffy's execution, kind of like the people who attended Roger's execution. That would be, I don't know how I feel about that, but that's just something out there. That's just something random thought that just popped in my head. Then it's off to Lab Tail. You make it sound so easy, Frankie. So they don't know where the last low poneglyph is. I'm saying Elbath, because they're kind of like a closed off island like Wano. And unlike Wano, unless Shanks is ruling them, I don't think anybody else is really ruling them but themselves because they're so powerful. So I think the last low poneglyph is definitely going to be an Elbath. I kind of am thinking now that the man marked by flames is actually going to be Wang Ji or Kochu or Koku or Choku. And I just feel like that. There's a few things with just how it's kind of mentioned in back to back or kind of like close chapters, man marked by flames, and for the first, second, third time or so, Wang Ji was mentioned, and now it seems like we might focus on him a bit more, so that would kind of make sense because he's a big name in the pirate world, and he definitely was. He was a part of the Rocks. He took part in God Valley. He probably knew a few secrets about the world. He was partners with Big Mom, Kaido, Whitebeard, Yonko level people. So, let's see. So the Navy is tapping their phones, but do the Navy people that are tapping, they seem like just grunts. Do they know that what Sabo's saying? They can hear him. Are they gonna kill them after this? They're gonna be like, you heard too much. Make you disappear. I could see it. Make them disappear. They heard too much. Cause Sabo said there. I mean, it was in the transmission. There is no empty throne. I saw someone sit on the empty throne. How did he get away when he saw Emu? Where is Vivi? I have so many questions. Like I said, after last chapter and stuff, Oda just, he can't help himself. Even though he's revealing a lot, it's just adding more and more questions because he's barely revealing. Like he's brought Emu back, and he kind of like gave us what happened, why God Valley was erased from we'll never see it. Shiki didn't lift it or anything. It's not still out there, but just erased off maps. It's gone, just like Lelucia Kingdom. It's gone. Some kind of eye power. Their eye definitely means something. It's the same eye as Mihawk kind of has a unique eye similar to that. Kid Hawk, Zoe. It has to mean something. It's like telepathic in a way. What is that though? How are they gonna hide that from people too? How do you brainwash people to that level in the world? Because people know Lelucia Kingdom existed. It was in the newspaper and stuff. You can't just... And it was just in the newspaper that Lelucia Kingdom was probably one of the 8 kingdoms that was having a rebellion when the 20 kings were away. So I don't know how you convince the whole world that they never existed. Is it just by force? But still, I feel like some people would carry that info on. It's just in the newspaper, bro. You can't just erase a whole kingdom. The other kings are going to be like, okay, what happened to Lelucia? We were just with their king and queen, and now they're gone. So I don't know how they brainwash or what happens with that. That's gonna be interesting to find out. I was not expecting to find Jory Bonnie though. I was hoping to find Sabo, but of course it's not that easy. Jory Bonnie. Of course we get the Warlord of Rouge is gonna be in this arc too. Wherever we're going, I feel like a Rouge is gonna be there. And who else? I think they're the last 2 that we haven't really connected to or had our time with. I believe so. If I'm missing someone, then y'all let me know. But I think so. But yeah, man. There's a lot of dope panels. Like I said, this chapter's a 10 out of 10. I don't think there's one panel I do not like. And so Jory Bonnie got pulled out of the water, but it still looks like Luffy and Chopper are Not near that. It looks like they are getting pulled out to sea, so I'm very interested. It looks like the Straw Hats are getting separated again, but it would be kind of a dumb idea. I don't know. I mean, Luffy leaving and Bonnie coming in. I mean, he probably doesn't care about the information, but he is the honcho. He's the head cheese. So wouldn't you want him with when they're having communications with Bonnie? But it'll be interesting. I hope they're not getting separated just yet. Maybe it leads into something, but I hope they're not separated just yet. I'm really enjoying Marineford. Not Marine. I was reading Jewelry Bonnie's thing, and I don't know why I said Marineford. I'm really enjoying the Straw Hat crew being together and just doing their thing again. This chapter is wild. Again, 10 out of 10. I think I'm done with everything I have to say. I love that all the Straw Hats picked on Zoro. That shit was hilarious. Probably one of my favorite panels. The erasure was crazy. I can't wait to talk about all this stuff probably more deeply, see what a couple more people have to say, talk to a couple of my friends and see what they think of the chapter, and just see what. I'm probably going to go almost, maybe later today. I dropped frames. Yeah, looks like it was really good. But appreciate everybody who stopped by. Of course, I know it's early. A lot of people can't make it to one in the day, midday type of streams unless you're in Europe, or I'm in America, so I mean, as you could probably obviously tell, but it's probably better for y'all, like Amukalani. I'm sure it's better for you since you're like 6 hours ahead of me, I'm pretty sure. So pretty good, but like I said, I'll give y'all a little bit of time to say anything y'all want to say about the chapter, give y'all's thoughts and opinions, but if y'all don't have anything to say in the next couple minutes, then I'm gonna hop off stream, get this posted, and get to working on my chapter review. I'm just scrolling through again just to kind of see if we have anything else. Very excited. I'm gonna go through the comments on TCB and see what they're talking about. Man, Oda always making us worry about Sabo's health. Fucking gave me anxiety. Goat panel. Oda been cooking up straight bang. Yep, that's a goat panel, bro. That's the panel that brought tears to my eyes. That Luffy panel where he's laying back and saying, "That's what I want at the end of my dream." We got the One Piece is crazy good this week with the guy crying. Why is Caribou on the ship again? For real, for real. Oda is repetitive, man. Keep writing 11 out of 10 chapters every week. But fucking hell, that was one hell of a chapter. King of the World Power sure is fucking insane. Hopefully Sabo is somewhat alright. And Bonnie. Oh, no. Bro, I'm not leaving. We not leaving. We not leaving yet. We not leaving, guys. We not leaving yet. I gotta discuss this. Oh my god. The power that Emu has is Uranus. Oh my god, I didn't think. See, this is why I love when people are talking and when I can read comments and stuff like that, because people see things and think about things that you don't see when you're live reacting. What, bro? Emu has Uranus. That's where the last ancient weapon is. Ancient weapon of the sky that is island destroying. It's an ancient weapon. Oh my god. Bro, he has Uranus. Emu has Uranus. Oda decided to be great after. Bro, I've been saying this. Oda heard the Wano talk and he was like, bro, I'm tired of all of the people at my neck. I'm tired of all of these guys doubting my talent, saying I'm washed, saying I ain't got the juice no more. Ever since Wano ended, bro. Hey, banger. Hey, banger. Hey, banger, banger, banger. Sheesh, bro. Man on fire. He ain't missed in a minute. He ain't missed in a minute, bro. Even that Yamato miss is somewhat now corrected because he at least gave an explanation. I wish he wouldn't have tempted us so much. Maybe it's just saying that she's going to join the crew later, which I can definitely see. But even that was kind of corrected. The only miss is Kaido. I still view that as a miss. He could still correct that though, but I don't know if he can correct that like that. If you want to see how I feel about Kaido, go check out my Kaido video I released a few days ago. But I don't think he can correct that. But damn, bro. Oda, that bang, 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 bang. Whew. This fire. Hey, y'all think that the weapon Emu was using is Uranus? What y'all think about that? Kaido is still gonna be important later. I know it. With Oda, is all about patience, brother. I agree, bro. I agree. I just felt the only thing about the Kaido thing, and I still think he can be important later. I just feel like with him being basically the center of the arc for everybody, it would have just made a lot of sense to kind of handle him in his flashback then when he was the center of the arc instead of going and maybe trying to handle him while you're trying to handle other main characters and villains in the arc. Especially when you're trying to wrap a story up and you're saying there's only 3 years left to a story, even though I feel like there's going to be more because he keeps bringing stuff up. But yeah, bro, I know. I know Oda's a GOAT writer. I don't have any doubt in Oda. He rarely misses, so I have patience, bro. I hope he corrects the Kaido thing. I would even be okay with it, like I've been saying, in a cover story. A Yamato's travels around Wano type of cover story. I'd be okay with that being handled. But I would like it to have been better in the story. But yeah, that man ain't missing right now. And yeah, what do you think about Emu is a whole level on its own. Uranus will still be found. You need all 3. I like that too. I would like this to be Uranus, or I would like this to be Emu's power on his own, because I feel like the ancient weapons were created by the ancient kingdom. So to fight, I guess, against Emu, or however that happened, but I feel like they were meant to fight against the world government. So it'd be kind of weird if he had one and was using it. But I wouldn't be mad if because it makes sense. It's a sky weapon. As we can see, it's floating in the sky, whatever it is, and it's island destroying. As we saw, it eradicated it, wiped it off the earth. As we've heard about with God Valley, eradicated, erased off of the planet Earth. But I would like how you say it too, to be like he's just strong. Like he has powers, whether that's him personally or what he's controlling. What he has is powerful enough to control people and for him to be the king of the world. And of course, you need all 3 ancient weapons to. I believe the ancient weapons are truly not even meant to combat necessarily, or not meant for the Straw Hats at least. Maybe back in time they were meant to combat the world government, but I honestly believe that the ancient weapons are meant to destroy the Red Line. In combo, somehow they all are able to help the people and destroy the Red Line. While I think it's gonna destroy the Red Line. I'll just say that. I think that's going to be their main purpose in the story going forward for the Straw Hats and for us as the readers. But that's just my opinion. Go check the chapter after Thriller Bark. That lurking monster might as well be Emu. Go to what lurking monster? Chapter after Thriller Bark. Do you know chapter number, bro? P.S. I'm subscribing to your channel. You got swag. Hey, appreciate it, bro. Always appreciate the subscribe. Appreciate you checking out the live stream. It helps out me and the channel so much. And this is what I love, bro. This is why I started my channel. I just want to be able to have a community of my own. I didn't know many people around me that actually read One Piece. I got my wife now, and I got my best friend. I got them into One Piece and reading it, so I have more people now to talk about One Piece with, but I didn't have that many people before, and I always kind of wanted to make a YouTube channel so I could just have a community of my own that I could bond with and talk about peak with, bro. That's all I want. So appreciate you subscribing. It means the world to me. Thank you for talking on the comments and giving your opinions. I love bouncing back and forth with just people in the chat. So I really appreciate that, man. But yeah, if you know what chapter it is, send it to me. Thriller Bark was like chapter in the 300s, right? Because I know it was in the episode 4 or something, I think. Or was it still 3 something? Late 3s? I think it was like 3, late 3s. Let me see what chapter. Dang, I gotta do that scroll. Oh, and we going, of course. Make sure I'm not giving any of my stuff away. We're going, of course, with the official Shonen Jump app. Support Oda. Support 487. Okay, bet. Yeah, I can't see the theories how people are saying that Oda didn't plan Emu from the beginning. Or not from the beginning because I know it wouldn't be likely, I guess, for him to just plan it from chapter 1, but I feel like Emu's been in the works for a while because he's such a big figure and has so much potential and control over the world that I feel like that's been in the works for a while. Don't remember, maybe around there. Okay, bet. Let me look for it. Okay, we got this is Brook and Laboon. Brook Laboon. I think this is, oh, this is right after Thriller Bark. Okay, a lurking monster. I think this is all still in the flashback right here. 488. See. This is all just Brook thinking back on his crew and them singing the song and dying. I feel like this is Brook's flashback. Okay, this is Luffy laying on the piano. Then we have Laboon and Crocus. We have the burials. Are you talking of 490? You found it, okay. Gotcha. Last page. Bet. Perfect. Got Kami. Mermaid splurt. Let's see. 490, last page. Hold up. I got Kami on my last page. Huh. It's not 490 on my end. I don't think. Because they pull up to the red line. They find Kami in this chapter for me on Shonen Jump. Oh, it's not on the last page for me, but are you talking about in the shadows? That gloom, those 3 shadows that are in the background kind of thing? The thick white mist was also abundant on this day, cloaking those mysterious waters like a veil. All right, everyone, gather round. We'll tell you a tale both shocking and true. Gloom. What is it? It's called the Gallant Men of the Straw Hat Pirates. I'll bring tears to your eyes. Oh, that looks like multiple figures too, and Oda still never really explained that. In the anime, they had eye. Oh, did they? Wow. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back on that, man. I'm gonna have to go back. I see what you're talking about, though. You probably can't really see it, but yeah, you can't see that. Yeah, you can't see that. But I see what you're talking about. They have like the little star eyes in the manga. Yeah, and that was never explained. Um, is that are those their legs or is that multiple figures? No way Emu's that big though. You think that person right there is Emu themselves? Cause that's dwarfing the Thriller Bark Island. I'm gonna have to check the anime out. I'm gonna have to find the anime and see what kind of eyes they have. I think those eyes mean something. It's I didn't think Oda was necessarily gonna go the path of special eye power kind of thing, but I think eyes do have some sort of a meaning because they kind of Luffy has like a weird eye thing that kind of looks like Mihawk and Emu's, but a little bit different when he goes into Gear 5. Of course, Emu, we got Zunisha, we got Mihawk. Kid Hawk still has those same eyes as Mihawk, so it's interesting. You say these guys have those eyes. What if Emu can be a giant? Luffy can. That would make sense. That would fill the whole thing with the giants and that being such a focal point for Oda and kind of Luffy in general. Um, he's always been kind of playing around with gigantification of his body. Gigantification. So wow. Honestly, that you're making me go back and look, and I'm gonna reread this whole thing, and I'm gonna go back and look in the anime because that was never explained. I can't tell if this is a giant. They probably make it look better in the anime, to where you can really see what they're showing right there. So I'm gonna go back and check that out. I might make a video about that. That's crazy. Your thoughts on Luffy's dream? Before I was on the train that I thought it was gonna be a big party, basically a party that everyone can attend. He wants everyone to party, cause you know Luffy. After every arc, they have their parties. He loves partying. He loves making friends and all of that. So that would kind of fit with Luffy's childlike dream and a dream that would shock everybody, but would also make sense for Luffy. And it's a dream that people have called ridiculous and impossible. So that would I really like that idea, and that would make sense to me. But this chapter made me doubt that a little bit because let me go look at the exact panel. It was something that was said that I was like, party. It seems a little doubtful. But also when Luffy says at the end, that's what I want at the end of my dream. That's what makes it seems more likely to me and kind of reaffirms that it's a party. He wants a worldwide party that everyone can attend. Because it'll be, he accomplishes his dream and then he parties. Because I'm going to have to go to the official when it releases Sunday, but it specifically says, that's what I want at the end of my dream. Not his total dream, but that's what he wants at the end of his dream of becoming Pirate King. And Pirate King allows him to accomplish his ultimate dream, which is the party. So I kind of like that. Have you ever read Toriko? What if his dream is to explore out of the One Piece world as we know it, outer space? Oh, they do say that's impossible. Huh. I mean, there's only been a few people to go up there, and we know so little about it. So, they don't have, like, spaceships and stuff. But, I feel like I feel like if that was I would like that, but I feel like if that was the case when he first met Enel, Enel was, I'm pretty sure Enel talked about his plans. I'll have to go back and rewatch, but I'm pretty sure he talked about his plans of using the Arc Maxim to go to the moon, which is the eternal Earth. Um, and I feel like Luffy would have said something like, "What? No, that's my dream," or whatever. Or would it just made sense for him to say something? I know Oda probably didn't want to reveal anything way back then, but it would have made sense if you're talking about, oh, I want to use a ship that can fly to the moon. That's where Enel wanted to go, Inaru. So it would just made sense to be like, oh, I want to go too. That's my like ultimate dream in life. Um, but that would be really cool. Straw Hats in Space is something that's been memed or like seriously talked about for a long time. And I would honestly like if it happens because Inaru Enel is in the sky. He's in space right now. We've seen the little doctor with the little robots and stuff like send people up. There's space pirates, all of that. You think Ace dead? Ace? Ace definitely dead, bro. Ace out of this bitch. Hey, that man got. I'm guessing you mean Sabo, but Ace out this bitch. He got speared through the. Yeah, I got you. No, no way, no way. Sabo is dead. No way Sabo or Oda kills Sabo like that. I just do not see that. He wants us to think that, of course, to build the tension, but he's gonna pull up sooner or later. I give it within 30 chapters. We'll see Sabo. But hell no, hell no. He definitely didn't kill Sabo. I just don't see that. Without Luffy being there to at least witness and say like my brother's dead, say his goodbyes to his brother, like he at least got to do with Ace. There's no way. There's no way. Oda already killed one brother. I don't think he'd take another brother out so ruthlessly. He survived somehow. He might be heavily damaged, but I am like 99.5% sure that he is not dead. Ace though, that dude. R.I.P. R.I.P. He in the dirt. Waiting for dragon feats, Gorosei feats, bro. We ain't never getting them dragon feats. I was the biggest Dragon fan for a long time. I thought it was coming. I still think it's coming because he's getting a lot of time. But Dragon forced me to make a video about him the other day, a couple weeks ago. It was just a short. I honestly thought about making a whole video about him though. But yeah, them Dragon feats, bro. Them Dragon fans, I'll still count myself as a Dragon fan. But we not eating good, bro. We starving. We've been starving for 25 years, maybe more. I think 25 years we've been starving. Hey, what's that meme with Denzel Washington? Hey, that man what is he? Hey, that y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't even gotta remember. Y'all know what I'm talking about if you know what the meme is. Gorosei feats, I don't think they ever get in feats, to be honest. I don't think they're combatants. They're just influential. I don't think they get in feats, bro. That's just my opinion. I've been waiting for Gorosei feats for a while. But, I mean, that dude do have a sword, so it wouldn't make sense if he didn't have feats. Why are you carrying around a sword, Ball Gandhi? Just to carry around a sword? You think so? Far as power or as far as just your favorites? Because if you're saying favorites, it's opinion based, so I can give you that. But power, maybe because they've been saved so late in the game, but I can't see top five. Top five. Oh, your faves. Okay. Well, you're going to really enjoy where we're going now. So, congrats, my guy. You're about to experience peak. Because I'm guaranteeing Arouge is definitely going to be on this next island. No way he's not involved. No way he's the only supernova that does not really get an arc to be a main shine. Law got multiple arcs to be a main shine and Dressrosa. Kid got Wano. Let's see. Kid, Law, Kid, We've gotten Beige, Beige, whatever you want to call him in Whole Cake. We've gotten who else? Zoro, of course, is in there, and Killer. He got they all, yeah. Who else? That's your top five, bro. Ain't no way Luffy not in your top five. You doing Luffy like that, bro? You doing my boy Luffy like that? Or is he excluded because he's an emperor now? Or you just don't have Luffy in your top five? Ain't no way. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that now. Since he is a official emperor in a different gravy now, I can see that now. Okay, we can eliminate him from the Supernova group. Let's see: Zoro, Kid, Law, Arouge, Bonnie. I would go Zoro, Law. I'm trying to think of everybody. Make sure I got everybody that's in there. Kid. I like Bonnie because she looked good. Because she looked good. Her power is cool. And yeah, that's up. I haven't heard enough from her, but it seems like her storyline is really about to do. Yeah, okay, bro. Okay, hold up. So we linking up with Bonnie. Bonnie, before last we saw her, she was spying on the Kuma stuff and saying she wanted to get Kuma back. Kuma is with the revolutionaries right now, who just talked to Sabo, and they're about to get some info. Bonnie's gonna know what happened there with Kuma, Sabo, the revolutionaries, everything. So I think we're about to get some. I think you're about to get your dragon feats. I'm almost positive now that you're about to get your dragon feats. We're gonna get connected to Kuma through Bonnie somehow. We're gonna figure that out, and that's gonna connect us to the revolutionaries. Bonnie gonna be important as fuck. Yeah, she gonna be. Do you remember if Kuma was the king of the Lucia Kingdom? Was that his kingdom previously, or what? Do you remember his kingdom at all? I was trying to remember because I remember the Lucia Kingdom from something else that was kind of important, but I don't remember Kuma's thing. No, another kingdom. Okay, thank you, thank you. Yeah, they're gonna be important for sure. Kuma's been important since Thriller Bark. So, Bonnie, I need her to do something. Oda's been holding her too long. It seems like he is giving every supernova their time to shine though, which I appreciate. For some people he created on a whim. But they're important. Sorbet, yeah, the kingdom of Sorbet. There you go. Thank you, Kevin. I really appreciate you. I hope you're here for every live stream we have. Let's see. But power wise, they could crack it. I feel like I'm forgetting some supernovas. Like, I named off all the ones we were talking about, and then Beiji and Killer is included in there. I know Luffy previously was included in there. Hawkins, and he already got his. He's dead, huh? Yeah, Hawkins is dead. Oh, Scratchman of Pooh. And he kind of, yeah, Scratchman of Pooh. They threw him by the wayside. He was a disappointment. Very much a disappointment. I don't know if he's going to come back in the story, but to me, and X Drake, he was hella disappointing too. How you remember a sword and you're in the arc, but you really don't even do anything? Like, name a feat. What did he do? Beat up a Pooh? Got beat up by the CP0 agents? What this man do? He was so disappointing. If you got something else, if you got something to say, and y'all remember something that Drake did, Diaz X Drake did, and y'all got something to say and prove me wrong, then come for me. But that man didn't do jack shit squat, but get beat up. and fight somebody who was even less relevant, Apu. Took out a number, bro. Chopper took out a number. Yamato took out a number with one swing, bro. The numbers are ass. They just garbage. They fodder at this point. I wanted the numbers to be big the way they are built up. Oda freaking put these niggas in silhouettes. They were silhouetted to just sit around, drink booze, and run around. They didn't even get like a fair like clash with people. They just got knocked out. Leloucia was on the cover page when Ace was searching for. There you go. There you go. Is that where Matilda? Not Matilda. The little girl. No, I don't think that's where that little. No, is it where the little girl, the with the milk? What's her name? It's Molda. Yes. Is that Leloucia Kingdom? I think that's what. Man. Oh, my dad. Did I call you Kevin? Kelvin. Please show up to all the live streams. You my brain. You my One Piece brain. I need you. Woo. What you rating this chapter, my guy? Out of 10. What do you... And also, quick main prediction for what we do next week. I want to hear your opinion. 10,000 out of 10. Yes, sir. I'm with you. This shit peak. Like I said, I almost cried. Oh, that's another thought I meant to say. I don't know if you were in the stream when I was talking about that. But the Luffy panel about his true dream, I almost cried. Man, I started tearing up. I can't be crying on stream, bro. Can't be crying on stream. People gonna put me on TikTok. They gonna clip this shit quick. Put me on TikTok. These chapters are what? Yes, these are the chapters that make One Piece. These are the chapters that really get... Like, people enjoy the hype fighting shit. But I think the majority of One Piece fans like the hype fighting shit so they can get to the end of arcs and see what the conclusion, it's like playing a video game. It's like seeing how did we elevate, how did we grow after making all this progress and getting all these XP points. Like, we're just waiting. We're like, how did our characters, the Straw Hats, grew? Me too, bro. I wanted to know so bad. Man. This One Piece is peak. One Piece deserves a Nobel Prize. I hope one day Oda gets, when it's finished, of course. First of all, I pray that Oda gets to finish his series the way he wants to finish his series. I couldn't live with One Piece not being finished because of Oda's health or something. Or I can't imagine anybody else finishing One Piece. I think I'd rather it be finished by someone else if it had to be, rather than go unfinished, but that would still leave me very salty. Next chapter, Bonnie about to reveal something crazy and possibly a Rouge gonna be in it. Then cliffhanger. You think we're gonna be all about the Straw Hats next chapter? We're gonna be on the ship the whole time? Do you think Luffy and Chopper are gone now? They're off doing their own thing? Or is he just going to pop up with Gear 5 and just fly back or something? Because they're in the middle of the sea. Who going to save these guys? Half and half chapters. Yeah, Oda hardly ever dedicates chapters, especially nowadays, to just one topic. It has to be a very, very expansive topic for him to do that. So most of the time we get 2 to 3 big things happening in a chapter. Yeah, I'm with you there. With the Bonnie thing coming at the very end of this chapter, I think Oda's just gonna jump right back into that. I don't think we're gonna necessarily get the Sabo stuff answers to that right away. I think we kind of cut. We might get a couple panels from the Revolutionary Army, though, of them just like kind of talking and being like, okay, just kind of reeling about what Sabo just said, because this is big information for Dragon. This is huge information for Dragon. the Revolutionary Army, even though he hasn't done anything, is his life's mission, his life's work, what he left his son to do. So it has to be something huge for him. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna be reeling. We probably will get some words on his thoughts about Sabo's words, basically. So I think that'll be a few panels, and then yeah, we might start with the Bonnie stuff, go to the dragon stuff, and then go back to the Sabo stuff, and or go back to the Bonnie stuff, and then that's when we get the cliffhanger. Excuse me. That's when we get the cliffhanger. Elbath in sight. Nami said they should be near land soon. Oh, did she? Oh, but it looks like they're it's the snow and stuff. I wonder just from the little eddy, the upward eddy or whatever they called it, or if because they said they're reaching a snow island. Let me see exactly what she said. Watch out for ice. Cause yeah, there's icebergs they're talking about. I'm scared. It's freezing. Hey Nami, what in the world? So warm. And there's a warm pool in a cold place. So you think Elbath is in a well? They are Vikings. That would make sense. You're right. That would make sense if Elbath is in the cold. Winter Island. What if Elbath is like Wano? In Wano, bro, I can't speak right now. Mouth's so dry. Like Wano in what aspect? Different weathers. That would be cool. Especially, I like the idea of Elbath and the giant tree that we're assuming is an Elbath, and that being Yggdrasil, and basically them living on levels of the tree. I like that idea. So that might attest some way to different weather just because you're going from different levels and climates and stuff. Yeah. So I really like that idea though with Elbath and the tree of Yggdrasil and them living on different levels of the Nordic tree. But it would make sense for it to be a winter island because it is Vikings. Vikings from up north. They dealt with the winter a lot. Sailing in winter, and that's why they have their little fur things and all of that. So that would make a lot of sense. But the only reason I didn't think Winter Island is because when I remember Big Mom, Elbath, but they did have some snow, but I guess it wasn't always snowing. But I think I do remember them having some snow in Big Mom's flashback. Yeah, because during the Simla and all that stuff, it was snowing then. So okay, Elbath, I'm with you. And I need an Usopp arc. Yeah, Usopp. People been shitting on Usopp, bro. Tired of it. I used to not like Usopp, but they've been shitting on Usopp, and I'm tired of the Usopp disrespect. I used to hate Usopp. I'm gonna just say that it's not just didn't like Usopp. Usopp used to be annoying as hell, bro. He cried over everything. He was scared of everything. I get he's the realistic guy in the crew. He's what relates to the common guy, but he used to be too bitch made. After time skip though, I completely changed my mind on Usopp. I love Usopp now. He's a great character, and you're right. It's time for his arc. Elbath will be that arc, hopefully. So, I can't wait, bro. Flesh out his observation hockey. Somebody got mad at me. I posted. I have a video about observation hockey, and I named Usopp as one of like a specialist of observation hockey, and somebody got mad at me for that because they're like, Usopp sucks, Usopp blah blah blah, Usopp blah. And I was like, bro, I'm just saying like people have affinities for hockey. Sanji's is observation hockey. Luffy's is conqueror's hockey. Usopp's is obviously observation hockey, as you can see from his dad. It's the only hockey he has. So I was like, yeah, don't come for me like that. What a time to be a One Piece fan. Hey, my boy Amukalani in the building, bro. I'm sure you love that the chapter dropped early. Because it's good for you. You don't have to be up at like, what, 3 in the morning? 4 in the morning when you normally are. So I'm happy chapter dropped for you at like what 6, 7 in the evening, so that's perfect. You get to enjoy your One Piece chapter and then get a good night's rest. Usopp gonna be top 3 end of story in observation hockey, and he might not be number 3. Nah, don't think so. I'm not saying I don't agree with you. I agree with you, bro. 100%. He not gonna be 3. He gonna be top 3, and he gonna be 1 or 2. He gonna surpass his dad, who, dang, I'm not even gonna say that. But that wasn't in Film Red. That was in a data book from Film Red, so y'all have probably heard it. But I also don't want to necessarily give Film Red spoilers because I don't want to be spoiled for Film Red. That's basically the only thing I know. But yeah, if he surpasses his dad, he should be top 2, top 1 in the verse, and I'm fully expecting it. He needs to be too because he's on the crew of a Yonko. He's a general, senior officer, so yeah. Mukalani, yeah, that's true. I imagine you really like the early release. But TCB said don't get used to that, bro. They said this is a special occasion. Don't get used to that. More love from the UK, bro. Gotta leave now. See you next reaction. For sure, bro. Appreciate you dropping by. See you next reaction. Drop by in the comment sections and everything. Say hello. Follow me on Twitter because that's where I post my updates right now, and so I can get a community on YouTube. Twitter is Sherlok D Homeboy, same as my YouTube. So just if you want to keep in touch and stuff, see what I post and see when I post and all that. Discuss One Piece more. So, but appreciate you coming by. You're UK bro too, but yeah, Mukalani, my UK bro. I think you're a UK bro since that's at 6 hours. I'm used to that 6 hours from watching football, soccer, watching the Prem. So I don't know if you're a Prem watcher, but yeah, what do y'all think about it? What did you think about the chapter, Mukalani? You read it yet? I see a few more viewers in the viewer box or whatever, so y'all talk. Let me know what y'all thinking. What y'all think about the chapter? We've had a lot of excellent conversation, to be honest. I'm so glad Kelvin started talking because he ignited like a whole bunch of conversation that I wouldn't even went over. So yeah, but viewers in the chat, let me know y'all's last little things that y'all want to talk about, what y'all thought about the chapter, and then after that I'm gonna wrap it up and streaming for like 1:30, so almost close to 1:30, 1 hour 30 minutes. So do you think Emu is using Uranus to do this? Maybe you already addressed it. Yeah, I talked about it a little bit earlier. I talked about it with Kelvin. I read it in a comment below on TCB that somebody was like, it's probably Uranus because it's a sky weapon, it's island destroying, and that blew my mind because I didn't think about that when I was reading it. But when they said that, I was like, oh my god, that would make so much sense for it to be Uranus because it's floating in the sky somehow, like flying, kind of like Shiki's powers. And it literally is an island destroying weapon. If that's not ancient weapon qualifying for you, then I don't know what is. But Kelvin brought up a cool point too, to where he would like it to be like that's just kind of Emu's power. How he does it, we don't know, but he's either powerful in a way or he controls something that's powerful that's not Uranus. And Uranus, we'll still see Uranus and Uranus is still out there to be found. And the combination of all 3 ancient weapons will help take down Emu. But I was saying there that I also think that the purpose of the ancient weapons, for me primarily in the story now for the Straw Hats, is going to be to destroy the Red Line. And basically open up the seas, creating the all blue and uniting the world. That will also feed into Luffy's dream, which he talks about, which I still think is throwing a huge party to which all of the people in the world can come to. So that's my thoughts on Uranus. It would make a lot of sense though. Based off how it's going, it would make a lot of sense that this is Uranus and somehow maybe from way back when. Maybe that's how the 20 kings turned the tides on the ancient kingdom. Maybe Emu was a part of the ancient kingdom and he was that traitor. Cause I know I watch Joy Boy a lot. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. But he used to make a lot of theory videos, and that was one of the theories, is that the ancient kingdom basically fell apart from the inside and they had a traitor. And what if Emu was that traitor? He took Uranus at that point, which greatly dampened the strength of the ancient kingdom, and then from there he, like, maybe the Opie Opie no Mi, maybe he's eternal or something, immortal in some way, and he's the traitor. He took Uranus, and that's how he got it in the world government, got it in their power, and that's how he flipped the script on the ancient kingdom. But yeah. Yeah, that's just my theory. I just came up with that right now, so first to hear it from me right here. That would be really cool though, if he was actually the traitor and took the ancient weapon, and if that actually is Uranus. What's your thoughts on the location of the last road poneglyph? Mine was that I think it has to be in Elbath. They've been kind of shut off, and the world government can't really penetrate them. The closest that they did with that is Mother Caramel, and basically just giants going out into the world and joining the government, but they have never really ruled over Elbath, seems like. So it would be the perfect place atop the tree of Yggdrasil, way up on that giant ass tree, is the poneglyph, which is ridiculously hard to come across and come by. Oops, turned on my thing. Because you can't get into Elbath for one, and then once you get into Elbath, how are you going to make it to the top of the tree? So that's why that lode poneglyph has not been seen in, I don't know what Robin said, ever. But yeah, theories and thoughts. See, that's why I love when people join the chat and start talking and get my brain to going, my theories and stuff to working. Yeah, Elbath is a good choice. I can't think of anywhere else. I really can't think of anywhere else either, unless it's just a whole new island that we haven't heard about, which I think Oda will pull out one or two of smaller ones of those going forward. But I don't think they'll be like game-changing islands that the Straw Hats go to and they spend like a whole arc at. I think basically the islands that we're going to go to are kind of islands we've heard about before in some capacity. Or if we go to a new island, we're not going to spend too much time. It'll be like a transition thing or like a mini arc type thing. But yeah. I love this chapter. I got to say this again, guys. I love this chapter. It's excellent. It's excellent. Like Kelvin said, 10,000 out of 100 or 10. I loved it. Brilliant. Shout out to Kelvin, Amukalani. Shout out to Kaylee. For all of y'all joining the chat, talking, getting my wheels to turning. But with the Straw Hats finding Bonnie, do you think we're going to the next island, or is Sabo stuff? Yeah, Bonnie threw like a little wrench in my plan. Because yeah, going to Elbath with Bonnie would not make too much sense for me. I don't think. Maybe somebody else can think of a way to connect Bonnie and Elbath and have that make sense. But the closest thing and the best thing for me is that Bonnie goes on the ship. Basically, she witnessed everything that happened with Kuma. She witnessed everything that happened with Sabo. She lets them know. She lets them know her true. She'll probably drop a bomb of what her real position is and how she is related to Kuma. That'll be a bomb drop next chapter or 2 chapters from now or something. Probably next chapter. I'm going to foresee next chapter. She's going to drop that bomb on us. And it's going to connect us back to Dragon and Kuma and the Revolutionaries. And looks like we'll go into Sabo stuff. Elbath would have made the most sense. I would even like if Elbath is as a smaller arc. It doesn't have to be the largest arc, but I hope Oda doesn't skip it. And doing it after the Sabo stuff seems kind of backwards to me, because why are you doing it after the Sabo stuff? I feel like the Sabo stuff should lead into like basically the final war, because it's the revolutionaries against the world government. And I feel like if you get into the Sabo stuff, then you're basically eliminating yourself from detracting or from walking away from the world government stuff for a little bit to do something like Elbath. I feel like once you get into the Sabo stuff, you pretty much have to go full speed ahead into the clash with the world government and whatever unfolds from there. Because I feel like it would be awkward to go into a an Elbath arc after you go with the Sabo stuff, and then you take down Emu and the world government somehow, and then you go to Elbath. That just seems. And then from there you go to last. It could work because if they do have the last little poneglyph, but I would like it if it was Elbath, get the last little poneglyph. You find out somehow after that Sabo's truly in danger, or somehow Sabo connects to you, or y'all are linking Bonnie with the revolutionary somehow, and then you go straight from there to going into the final war or whatever. Maybe not the final war, but the war with the world government and the Marines. And since you already have the information and you're not troubled by anything, you can actually go and find it. But maybe it's the way that Oda's going with revolutionaries, take down the world government. I guess you're free while the world's in chaos and everything. You go to Elbath, have an Elbath arc, get the low Poneglyph, and then from there go directly to Lodestar and Laugh-Tale. Yeah. That just feels wrong to me. Good prediction about Bonnie revealing her connection to Kuma. Thanks, bro. But yeah, I foresee it would make more sense to me, Elbath, Sabo stuff. But he's really putting that Sabo stuff in our face, and I don't feel like he can really avoid it. Especially now since he's kind of forced his hand by putting Bonnie on the crew. Because what does Bonnie have to... I mean, he can always reveal new information, but what does Bonnie have to do with Elbath? Why would us meeting Bonnie before Elbath really matter? But he could reveal new information. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Bonnie. So I'm basically giving like my three thought theories. Bonnie, what's gonna happen with, or my thoughts on Uranus and if Emu actually have it. I ended up revealing my thoughts on Emu and his role if he was alive back during the Ancient Kingdom, and if he got Uranus, how he got Uranus. Yeah, I think I've talked about some other theory I had too. Yeah, this turned into, I like these kind of streams though, turn into way longer than you thought. I was about to end the stream like at 40 minutes, I think. So it's almost been an hour since then. What's good, Stefan Sal? Hey, I like your name, bro. It's close to mine, the Stefan at least. It's close to mine. But what up, bro? What'd you think about the chapter? I was just giving my thoughts on basically, we just been talking with people from the chat, just discussing what we think, what we liked about the chapter, where we think we're going. Mukalani, what's your prediction for the next chapter? I didn't ask you that already, did I? I asked Kelvin that, I think. Man, I know there was a lot of fake out deaths in here, but do you think Sabo is dead? Kelvin asked me the same thing. Hold on, I'm gonna read this one and then I'll answer. Small trivia. Did you count the number of lightning bolts on the big ball there? What big ball? Let me see. Let me see what you talking about, homie. I'm guessing you're talking about the... oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? Are you talking about the explosion? I counted 15. Oh, there's one that's shorter. Okay. Okay, wait. Let me answer Mukalani first, and then I'll get to this because that's about to get me in another rabbit hole. So Mukalani, I don't think Sabo's dead. I talked about this with my guy Kelvin earlier. He asked me about that. No, he's not dead. Oda would not kill another brother of Luffy, especially when Luffy's not there to see it and basically mourn and say his last words. He's already done that with Ace. I don't think he'd be that heartless and cold to do it with Luffy also. So no, I don't think Sabo's dead. He might die by the end, but I just don't see him being dead from these. Basically, these are our last vision, thoughts, seeing Sabo. I don't. Luffy has to see Sabo again, just like he saw Ace. Let me grab my battery for my camera. Yeah, he has to. But Stefan, Oda loves his numbers. Is 16, and Dofi, a celestial dragon, has an attack called 16 Holy Assassin Bullets. 16 is a number connected to the gods of the world. Sabo used the fire flip fruit and... Bro! Oh my god! Stefan! You got me thinking it. See, I knew this was going to take me down a rabbit hole. Okay, so... Are you talking about this... him using Doflamingo using an attack called 16 Holy Assassins? And we were just talking about the... What are they called? Do you remember, Stefan, in the Holy Land? They're talking about the God Judges or something. I'm going to turn my camera died, so I'm going to put this new battery in. It'll be back up. Y'all can still hear me talking, though. But yeah, bro, what do you think about, what are they called? The Six, or the Holy Knights or something like that? In Mary Joie, what do you think about them being a part of that? Okay, got my camera back in. Oh, that shit. Sorry, I'm screwing it. Okay. Cool. Okay, let's see. OD thread. Literally, God Divine Execution. Doflamingo summons 16 thick Bushoku Haki infused bundles of string that form sharp points, which refers to 16 Holy Assassin Bullet. God. The pacing is crazy last few chapters, but in normal One Piece pacing, but it seems we're filling in details about plot points that happened during the intermission parts of One Piece. Yeah, of Wano. Yeah, definitely. We're definitely filling in all of the plot points that we basically left on cliffhangers. But it's leading to more questions, so it's funny. But Oda loves that. Lore Piece is best piece. Yep, we were talking about that earlier. This is the reason I read One Piece. Fights are hype, bro. Fights are hype. I love hype fights. Who doesn't love hype fights? We all love hype fights, but I don't really read any series for fights. And the reason I love One Piece is because of its lore. It's immense world building. How you can have just videos on videos of just talking. Just look at Tekking for an example. He takes one example in the One Piece world and can talk for like an hour about it. This is why One Piece is peak piece. Yeah, but the 16 thing is rabbit hole. Oda gives us a hint here and there. Anyways, Bonnie. Will she ally with Luffy like Law? Definitely. Bonnie and Aruj. I think they're the last two. If you can think of one that I don't. Every other supernova has been in the story, got their time, main time. It's Bonnie and Aruj this coming arc or whatever's happening. They're going to ally with them somehow. I think both of them. Aruj seems too calm, cool, collected to be an antagonist to the Straw Hats. I don't think so. So I think they'll both be allies. Aruj is still underdeveloped, so we'll see. Yeah, I think Aruj is very underdeveloped. That's why he needs to be in this. Bonnie, before she got the Kuma stuff in the Holy Land and her kind of revealing how she's kind of related to him, she was very much underdeveloped too. So I think they both need a lot of time and development. Bonnie got more interesting with that moment though, and Aruj needs somewhat of a moment like that. But Oda's not guaranteed to do that because, I mean, he never really quite did that with Kid, nor did he quite do that with Beige, but I still think they had prominent parts in their arcs, so that's what helps. Um, what will she tell the crew? I think she's gonna tell the crew basically everything that she saw occur on Mary's Joie. I don't know why she would just give away that information to like people she don't really know, but somehow she's gonna give up the information, and I think she basically saw everything that happened with Vivi, Cobra, and Kuma. So she's gonna know all that information. I think she barely got away, just like Sabo. Um, I wish I knew where the Lelouch. I need a map. One Piece. Oda should release a map. That would be honestly super dope if he released a map of how all of the islands like go, so we can kind of coordinate ourselves in the world and kind of have an idea. It'd help with theories a lot. Maybe that's why he doesn't do it. Also, how did the get into wait? Also, how did you get into that weather thingy? Oh, how did she get into that weather thingy? Did she fall off the red line away from the reverie, or did Kuma paw her away? Um. Hmm. Kuma pawing her away would make a lot of sense. Um. But it just seems like he has no recollection. Even though he called Dragon Master, which was weird. I don't know if Vegapunk programmed him to be that way, and to listen to Dragon because he's somehow working with the revolutionaries. Um, but would Bonnie and Sabo or whoever commanded him to paw them away? Because it seems like he has no humanity left. It seems like his whole humanity is gone. When he did the thing for the Straw Hats guarding the ship, that was his last human will, basically. Um, Yo, my connection is sucky right now. I gotta jump off, bro. Stream keeps buffering. Stay blessed, dog. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Let me make sure it's not me. Okay, no, I'm not dropping frame. Appreciate it. See you later, Mukalani. See you next chapter. But yeah, where was I? But yeah, I mean, pawing her would make the most sense because ain't no damn way she jumped from the red line and survived. Ain't no way. And last time we saw her, she was in her old lady form. So I'm very interested to see why she's in her kid form. And I wouldn't even be that thrown off by it, but they say a chance meeting. But she's small. Is it because the Straw Hats don't know about it? But I feel like they make a big deal out of that. Also kind of funny how we got cooked. Robin asked, hey, do you want to know more stuff, Luffy? Bro, you know Luffy. That's what I was saying during my reaction. You know how Luffy be, bro. He never want to know nothing. And that's how Oda basically blue balls us all the time, because Robin's like, Luffy, do you want this? Luffy, do you want to know this? Luffy's like, nah, bro, I don't care. Nah, bro, I don't care. I just want to eat meat, drink booze, go to new islands, punch people in the face, have a party. That's all, bro. I don't care about the news. But, bro, don't be doing us like that. Why even bring it up in the story if y'all gonna just blue ball us like that? Oda is a criminal. He a criminal. I bet he takes so much pleasure. That boy be in the lab writing. Be like, how can I make them suffer this week? How can I make them suffer this week? Like, sheesh, bro. He ain't gotta do us like that. But I mean, I'm sure it's fun for him. I'm sure there's times where he's like, dang, I want to reveal this right now. I can't wait. And then there's other times where he's like, they gonna be wondering about this one. Twitter gonna be on fire about this one. So, yeah, I imagine he has a lot of duality with that. Evil laugh Oda with childish, can't be patient type of Oda. That's my GOAT, though. I also wonder if God Valley and the Ancient Kingdom were wiped off by Uranus. Then why didn't they just Buster call O'Hara? Yeah. Yeah. The only reason that wouldn't make yeah, why Buster Call? Why would you do that if you can just literally wipe islands out of existence? Maybe Fishman Island, due to the fear of racism by the world government, retreated underwater to flee Uranus' potential blast. Yeah, that would make sense. That would make a lot of you make a lot of sense, Stefan. See, I need you. I need brains like you and Kelvin in my chat when I'm live streaming because y'all bring up a lot of good things. Uranus is just a Buster Call, but not taking a day. But just a few minutes. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Speeding things up. Do you think if that blast wasn't Uranus, do you think that blast and that weapon has anything to do with the SSG? If the SSG aren't just Seraphim, which I don't think they're just Seraphim, I think like a lot of people think it's like stands for some acronym like Special Science Group or something, and it's basically going to be some scientific inventions, a science group that creates crazy inventions that are like this. That would be my next guess if it's not. If we're gonna go with it's not Uranus kind of thing. I mean, seraphim are angels coming from the sky in the Bible, exactly. And for some reason, like I can't remember the name of them. They're called like the Gods Knights or something like that. That are in the like what we were talking about earlier, the celestial dragons. Where who was it? One of them was like, okay, we'll just let the God Knights or whoever handle because they handle all the jurisdiction in the Holy Land. So it that I don't know when I think about those, it just gives me pictures of like basically seraphim, like flying almost angel knight, basically people. So I imagine there's kind of powerful. I remember that from way back. Yeah. So it'd be I don't know how many of those they have, but you reminding me of like the 16 holy bullets and like the 16 threads and stuff. It's like the holy knights, basically the gods knights. Maybe Doflamingo kind of named his power because he was a celestial dragon. Maybe he named his power off of those gods knights. Why not? Would also fit, and we also saw people with wings back in Skypiea. Yo, bro, this arc so far, yeah. I mean, Oda basically, Skypiea on surface seems so mundane and like not much serious. It's kind of like Wano, even though Wano affected the world a lot, but it just felt like isolated, I guess because it is in the sky, isolated. But yeah, I see the traces of Skypiea everywhere. Like Oda really put in his time with that arc for what he really wanted to do with the story going forward. I think Alabasta was at one point going to be his end, and then he basically developed from Skypiea on. Seraphim with wings, the NL ball, yeah, wild. Yeah, not much of Skypiea had any bearings on later. Yeah, feels isolated. Yeah. Also, Emu as a deranged god like Inaru. Yeah, I see it. I see it. I'm so glad that whatever I thought I saw a spoiler of somebody talking about Enel coming back this week, and I was gonna be so upset if it did happen. The Gorosei as the priest of Skypiea. Yeah, it does have a lot of parallels. Because I mean, basically, Enel did the same thing with his lightning at the beginning of Skypiea. He sent down a giant bolt of lightning and basically fried that part of the island. And that's kind of paralleled with Emu sending down multiple giant beams of light, and basically the island being obliterated, literally erased, like God Valley. So many people did they is this actual fact that God Valley had celestial dragons on it? I think that's why Garp fought, maybe, or is this just me listening to other people and their theories? But if that's the fact, did they get them off before they wiped God Valley off the face of the earth? Is this why there's no dragons in the world? Because a lot of people think God's Valley is where the celestial dragons house their dragons, if dragons were real in the world. And Mary Jo, let's see, is atop the red line. And Inaru's place was kind of, yep, far away from the main. Nah, this is a theory. It's a theory, okay. Wait, I don't know for sure. I think Garb defended the celestial dragons on God. Yeah, that's what I thought I remember. God Valley. Yeah, I don't know if that was confirmed or not. I don't know if I'm just listening to somebody else's theories or what. But I feel like it was confirmed because that's the reason the Marines were there. And that's the reason I guess God Valley was so important because it housed important like celestial dragons and important things to them. But I might be making that up. Hold on, let me check YouTube real quick. I wonder if I popped to 100. Wonder if I popped to 100 while I was streaming. I was on 99 subs. So it would be amazing if I did. New subscriber, Kelvin. He might have been my 100th. I'm at 101. I think Kelvin was my 100. Hey, shout out to you, Kelvin. 100 follower. I told my wife I might give away like One Piece Volume 100. I think that's actually a good idea for 100. One Piece Volume 100. Kelvin might be that guy. Send me, I'm gonna have to get with him. Send me, if you watch this later, send me your address, Kelvin. Oh, to be like, yeah, this plot thread, say goodbye to it for 100 chapters. Bro, yes. That guy, bro, he brings up something and he like, okay, yep. I'm going to just put that out there. I'm going to probably forget about it myself. He probably leaves sticky notes on his mirror or something. Be like, please don't forget about this fact that I'm leaving out for like 100 chapters. I mean, he has to. There's no way. He keeps really, really good detailed notes. But, yeah, man. Whew. This chapter was a doozy. We're getting close to 2 hours. Probably gonna try to wrap it up. Any last thoughts, my guy? Like I said, I love that you're talking. Losey, bro, I didn't see you, Losey. My bad. I was thinking you were Stefan. My bad. Losey. Let's see. Okay, Losey was the one answering me. My bad, bro. My bad, brodette, bro. Whichever one you are. I was just reading. I thought Stefan was the only one talking. Appreciate y'all guys stopping by. Give the channel a follow if you enjoy the content, enjoy talking to me, all of that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter because I don't have a community because I don't have enough subs yet. So I give updates when I'm going to release videos and go live and stuff. Sherlok D Homeboy, same as my YouTube. So give me a follow. Keep updated. Let's see. But back to Uranus. Luffy is allied with Poseidon. If Emu has Uranus and Pluton is under Wano up for grabs, maybe by Blackbeard. I absolutely think Blackbeard is going to get Pluton under Wano. I think he's going there next, and that's why Oda left Yamato. I don't think Yamato is going to help against Blackbeard like that, but hopefully they can drive him out somehow. But I do think that's going to happen. Blackbeard's definitely getting Pluton. Let's see. Would be a nice final battle setup. 3 sides clashing. Yeah, instead of doing the whole how a lot of people think we'll clash with the world government and then go fight Blackbeard, or we'll fight with Blackbeard over the One Piece and then clash with the world government. It'd be cool if it was like a 3-sided kind of race. And it'd make a lot of sense with Rox wanting to be the king of the world at one point. And knowing that he has an influence with Blackbeard somehow. So that would make a lot of sense to me. I'm with that. And they each have an ancient weapon. Poseidon, Pluton. Poseidon with Luffy, Pluton with Blackbeard, and Uranus with Emu. I still think that the ancient weapon's main purpose needs to be to destroy the Red Line and unify the oceans. Final thing, Luffy's dream. This part made me cry, almost cry. I teared up and I think I started to shed a tear. I almost cried during that panel. The panel where he's laying back and he's saying, yeah, that's what I want at the end of my dream. And he's, let me see what you got to say. He said end. I think it's a big feast he wants to have with every. Yep, we're on the same page there, my guy. The exact same page there. I think it's going to be a big feast that he wants to have with everybody in the world. Would be very Luffy-like and free. Yep, child. This is also a dream. We got to think. This is a dream Luffy's had since he was like 6. He was a little dude back then. So, of course, even though Luffy's still childlike right now, of course, it's going to be even more childlike. And we have Frankie laughing at it. So it's not anything like super serious, but it's something that's impossible right now in the One Piece world, or would be very difficult. And somehow King of the Pirates helps him achieve that dream, which the influence of being king. Oh, sorry, I saw something pop up. The influence of being king of the pirate could allow you to really do that, but I also had another idea, and this would be honestly sad. The way that Luffy has his party with everybody in the world is basically everybody attending his execution. Everybody showing up to, because a pirate king should not have that much influence on everybody in the world. So being pirate king, I don't necessarily think would facilitate to having the ability to invite everybody in the world to your party, even though it'd be like Big Mom. But like Gold Roger, to parallel Gold Roger, Luffy's execution would bring in a huge draw to not only the people who love him, all the islands that love him, but also just people around the world for all the things that he had done. And it would, like I said, it'd give like a crazy parallel, and it would just be crazy. Because a part of me, I hope this doesn't occur. I really hope it, because I will bawl my eyes out. I'm a grown ass man, but I'll bawl my eyes out on camera. If Luffy, I do think it probably does. I think it makes the most sense that he dies, gets executed, and that's one of the final panels of One Piece. Luffy dying with a smile on his face after accomplishing his mission. But I really hope that doesn't happen. I would cry. I'd cry my ass off, bro. I'd cry my ass off. Let's see what you're saying. Freest man in the world gets to have food with everyone, which plays into your theory of red line destruction. Yep, since that is necessary to bring everyone together and create the all blue. Yeah, I'm with you with the destruction of the red line in the party and all of that. But yeah, the execution is just my off the wall theory now. Oh shit, never thought about that. Wow, you're right. Imagine everyone attending your execution, like, right, exactly. Oh my god, that's so good. I'm gonna yoink that theory and save it in my mental. Thanks. I mean, feel free, bro. Feel free. You good with it. What up, Cosmic? Appreciate you joining the live stream, my boy. What did you think? Cosmic Clutch. I don't know if you're a boy. My bad. My boy, girl, whichever one you are. Appreciate you joining. But I'm glad you like the theory, Stefan. Yeah, it'd be very sad. I'd cry, bro. I'd cry my ass out. We're 2 hours into the stream, bro. You missed a good amount. You missed you missed me reading. We've talked about a lot of theories. Oh, he's talking about the theory of how we talked about, how did we get started? Oh, Luffy's dream. A theory that I'm talking about, I think Luffy's dream is basically, we agree that we think Luffy's dream is to basically throw a big party, a big feast, and basically have a party with everyone in the world. That's why some people find it funny and childlike, and some people are like, what? How? That's impossible. And also that came about by us talking about playing into the theory of the red line being destroyed by the 3 ancient weapons. I think that's their main purpose in the story. Red line down, everybody's able to connect and attend the party. But the crazy theory, what we're talking about, is basically that I think that it's an off the wall thing. maybe the party that Luffy actually throws with everybody in the end ends up being his execution. Similar, a parallel to Gold Roger and how so many important people attended his basically his funeral, his execution, and Mihawk was there. Just like Ray was there. So many people in the One Piece world were like there, and it propelled the world basically into everything we have now. And I think it just be really sad, but also really cool for basically everybody to attend Luffy's execution and that kind of be the party. Both friends, like he's made along the way, crying and everything there, and just everybody. So I think I explained it a little bit better before, but yeah, that's kind of like a soft theory. I would have to like really put my thoughts and put it down on paper for to get the like full theory that I was thinking. But yeah, the party basically is his execution. Because a strong part of me, I hope this doesn't happen, but a strong part of me thinks that Luffy's gonna die at the end of One Piece, just like Gold Roger, to give like an ending to Luffy. Because if Luffy doesn't die and he kind of just sails out into the ocean, people are gonna be looking for Two Piece for sure, a continuation of One Piece for sure. So I think to put an end to this grand adventure, basically the execution of Luffy would do that. And one of the last panels is basically right before Luffy gets executed. A giant, kind of like going back to the parallel with Buggy and when he was about to execute him, and Luffy just dying with a huge smile on his face. And basically just influencing the world and like Roger did, creating a whole new era. Let me see. Let's see what y'all been saying. Yeah, I like that one too. Everyone be kneeling. I don't see the Marines getting that privilege at the end of the story, but it's interesting for sure. When the Pirate King Monkey D. Luffy gets executed. But I think Oda is a madman, so he either has Luffy killed like that or have the final panel be like one happy party with everyone smiling. I would love that too. Either one would be... Actually, I'm not going to say either one would be okay with me because I don't want to see Luffy in. And like I said, I'm going to be a grown-ass man crying my eyes out on camera for about 15, 20 minutes, bro. It's going to be tough. Just thinking about that got me tearing up. It's going to be tough. I like the final panel being a one big party, though. I like that. That would go with the theme of all of One Piece has set up so far. But instead of having island-centric parties, we have worldwide-centric parties. I don't know where they would have this huge party at, but yeah. My only problem with Luffy dying at the end is that Roger and Shanks got to sail the seas for like 10 years each. They got to really live the pirate life. I need Luffy to be like 4. Exactly. That's why I don't like him dying either. Not only that I'm going to cry, but I feel like, I mean, for the story, we've been with Luffy 20 plus years, but Luffy has only really been on the sea 2 to 3 years. I mean, this has been his whole life dream. He's a great pirate. I would want him to sail around and see the rest of the world. Just basically kind of go with Nami. I mean, I feel like him and Nami keeping and sailing together would make the most sense because she would get to draw a whole map of the world and Luffy would get to see the whole world. Let's see. I'm sorry, like back in Logtown but oh, okay, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, gotcha. And then the manga is over. One final blue ball. You know Oda gonna get us, bro. You know that blue ball coming. That's his favorite, probably, activity in the world. Blue ball in the fan base. I wonder if we will ever see the repercussions of his 10-year loss due to the hormone. See, exactly. Luffy's lost so much lifespan, either due to Gear Second when he first started using it. Ivankov basically took 10 years off of his life like twice. Maybe even more. But I know twice, but maybe even more years than 10 each. I can't remember. But his devil fruit, everything. It's how many years does he have? I know people can live forever. Garp's 70 some and still in the Marines. We got Dr. Kareha, who's like, I think 150 or something like that, approaching 150 if she's not. So people can live forever. Not forever. They can live a while in One Piece. But Luffy can't have, like, he's not going to have a long, long life. So I don't know how I feel. I feel like Luffy dying at the end would put a nice bow and ribbon around One Piece and like give a long epic story like this like a good, I guess, finale, to where it's for sure over. And if we do come back with like a two piece or anything, it's coming back with like a new character like Momonosuke, because even if we come back with a two piece, I don't think we're gonna come back with the necessarily older Luffy or one of the Straw Hat members or anything like that. I think when One Piece ends, that's when Luffy's time in the story is gonna end. But I don't want Luffy to die. I don't want Luffy to die. I need more water. Let's see. My theory is that Luffy gets immortality via Lost Devil Fruit and goes out exploring other planets. Ooh, bro, Cosmic. True to your name, Cosmic. That's a fire ass theory, my boy. That's a fire ass theory, my boy. I love that. I love that. You've explored most of Earth. And from there you just go on. You're like, we're going to our next adventure to space. Or like he does with Skypiea, with Bellamy. We're going up there. So that would be amazing. That would honestly be so good. Let's see. Camrenian. I just thought about it. Ooh. Camrenian, who are you? Were you in the chat? What did you just think about? Or are you Cosmic that converted over? Yeah, bro. I hope I never see that. I don't think Oda will ever put that in the story. You being able to turn into Zoan type like a dolphin. In the universe, he'll meet Enel again, and on the in the universe he'll meet Enel again on the moon. Yep. I've never thought about that, but the end of One Piece would be so fire. It would basically transition into Eden Zero. If you haven't read Eden Zero, read Eden Zero. Straight gas, straight peak. I almost cried during the chapter of that yesterday because it's so peak. But yeah, it'd be kind of like that. That would be dope. That's one of the best One Piece ideas I've heard in a while that I really like and I would be really fond of. But he would have to explore more of the One Piece world. Either maybe they transition time after the One Piece, like a couple years or something, and Luffy's like sailed a lot of places or something. And then he's just like, on to our next adventure, to space or something like that. People with the freaking crab smiles. Wait, what? I mean, it's technically already exists. People with the crabs. Oh, that's true. That's stupid, bro. I guess that's why he had to give it to a smile user, because he knew it was dumb. One Piece doesn't have to end with Oda, but that's just me personally. Yeah, I kind of gave my 2 cents on that earlier. One Piece as a whole doesn't have to end with Oda, but this version of One Piece that we're experiencing right now definitely has to end with Oda. What do y'all think? I'll propose that to y'all. If something now or like within the next few months, God forbid, y'all hear me knocking on that wood, God forbid, something happens to Oda and he passes away or something. He's not able to finish his story. What would y'all want? Would y'all want the story to be left untold, or would y'all want somebody other than Oda to write the story? Give me y'all's opinion on that. One Piece doesn't? Okay. I just hope that Oda gets to finish One Piece in his lifetime. I don't want another Berserk. Exactly. That's the situation I'm talking about. A Berserk situation. Where the story, wait, where we are, or Hunter x Hunter, where the author's health is ruined by all the work. See, Stefan, you're on the same page as me. Well, I know that all his assistant editors know exactly how the story will end. I've read that in some interviews. Yeah, I've heard that too. Yeah, that's why I don't like when people complain about how things play out in the story. Need Oda to finish One Piece before he kicks the bucket. Exactly. And even if you don't always agree with certain things Oda does in the story, at the end of the day, it is Oda's story. So how do we have the right to really complain about what he wants to write about, or where he goes with his story? So I think a lot of people are very privileged with their opinions on that. And I know none of us like One Piece breaks, but I always respect Oda's breaks because he works hard. He's been working hard forever. And I would rather Oda take half the year off and us get like basically a chapter every 2 weeks than for Oda to go down with bad health and it'd be like a Hunter x Hunter situation where we don't get chapters for years. So I think they'll be able to finish it without him. Yeah, I think they could finish it without him. And that's probably the route I would end up going with if I had to pick, because it'd be so tragic if we never even got to experience the ending at all. But One Piece it wouldn't be One Piece. Even though you've been around the guy and you've been writing with him or drawing with him for years, you don't have the same thought process. You don't have the same brain as that guy. And even if he literally wrote the whole story like ending, like basically almost kind of detail, you don't have the funny side of Oda. You don't have just the intangibles Oda has. So the story would be a lot more mid, I think. But I'm sure they do a nice job with it. It just wouldn't be Oda. Oda dying, we'll never know. The One Piece, yeah, them manga of One Piece started before I was born. I really want to see a conclusion. Wow, it started a couple years after I was born. 95, baby. So what, One Piece started in 97? So yeah, a couple years. I appreciate you having the level of understanding, because a lot of fandom don't think about it like that. If you've seen Oda's schedule, you know he is overworked. Oh, bro, I know. Any manga artist taking their break, they deserve it. Because the manga artist industry, or just manga industry, is anime industry. To put that in there too, even though we're not talking about anime, it's very overworked. Japan as a culture is overworked, if we want to even get wider into that aspect. But it's a very rigorous schedule and a very rigorous job. It's not just easy to sit in a chair all day and like, literally, if we read through these One Piece things, he's supposed to get these. I know they have backlog and he's ahead of the schedule, but this is a lot of drawing. Even if you have assistants, this is a lot of drawing and just things to put in a chapter in a week. Shoot, one of these pages would probably take me a week. Let's see. Also, just recently, he said he sees his wife once a week, bro. I did not see that. I heard he sleeps like 3 hours or 5. Yeah, I've heard that before. In the past, he's talked about that. Sometimes he sleeps in his office and it's like a few hours, not too much. But I haven't seen the thing about him seeing his wife and daughter once a week. Oh my God, that's and y'all wonder why Oda trying to wrap up this thing in 3 years. That man is tired, bro. That man gonna be 50 in 3 years. He's 47. He'll be 50 in 3 years, and that would be the perfect time if he can make it happen. I don't think he can make it happen, but at least he has the second half of his life to live. I know 50 is not normally the halfway mark for most people, but hopefully he can take his breaks and enjoy life from that. Maybe be a consultant to Two Piece or whatever, but hopefully he can really enjoy his family and his life after that. Let's see. This is way beyond dedication. I just feel bad. Yep. It's brainwashing. It's brainstorming, storyboarding, pre-drawing, drawing, finishing touches. That's crazy. I have nothing but respect for that, man. For real, man. So much work is insane. He needs at least 20 years after One Piece to spend all of those mil. For real, man. Y'all seen his house, right? Do y'all follow Artur, the author, or no, the library, Artur, the library of Ohara, on Twitter? He released pictures of Oda's house somewhat recently, and his house is wild, man. Oh, I think I remember for Neverworld talking about his interview with Gosho Aoyama. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, yeah, of course y'all know Arthur. If you're a big One Piece fan, you know Arthur for sure. Oda has like wacky figures in his yeah, bro. He has like the shark head over his sink and the dragon coming out the bathtub and everything is dope as hell though. Yep, he Luffy's his embodiment. He lives like I imagine Luffy's room and house would be. But I mean, if you're a person who comes up with the story of One Piece, you have to be just like creative as hell and just be inspired to decorate and put like crazy creative things all over your house. Whoo! Arthur the goat. Who y'all normally watch on YouTube as far as One Piece content? Only bound by imagination. Yup. Yep. The Gum Gum, Hito Hito, Nika Nika, whatever fruit is basically Oda's embodiment of probably what he wants in the world, or what his mind works like and how he wishes he could probably act in the world. Because if his powers, or if he had powers that was only limited to his imagination, this man would be probably all powerful. Need that shark toilet for real. Bro, imagine going in, you waking up half sleepy as hell, bro. Turn the light on, and all of a sudden, just a giant ass shark with his mouth open right there. I don't think my wife would appreciate it. That would have to be my own private toilet. Let's see. True, Luffy is creative because Oda is creative. Yep. Need that shark. Let's see. Get 5 Nika in Oda's living room. For real, bro. It should be Gear 5 Nika. I talked about that at the beginning of the chapter. Y'all probably missed too. What's y'all's opinion on Gear 5 Nika? The coloring and all that for the color page. I love it. Every time I see Gear 5 Luffy, love it. See, Brago, that's my guy. Brago, bro. I love Brago. Um, Probably my number one tuber. Used to be Joy Boy, and then I think Brago kind of took his spot. So it's kind of like Joy Boy Brago. They keep it real. They're just fun to watch. Let's see, Randy Troy. I've started to watch a little bit of Randy Troy lately. A lot of people like Randy Troy, and when I've watched him, he seems like a really cool dude. JD Legend, yep, that's my guy. And my go-to for chapter, or they're your go-to for chapter reactions. Waking Zoans be creating shark toilets. Hey, they permanently changed their environment, bro. That's how they permanently change their environment. They create shark toilets and dragon bathtubs. That's Kaido's awakening. That's why we didn't get to see Kaido's awakening in the manga. Oh, bro, he creating shark bathtub or dragon bathtubs. But yeah, Cosmic, I fuck with all those people. I think probably a lot of people got. I know Randy Troy don't normally even do his chapter reviews until I think it's Fridays, like midday, like noon Fridays. He doesn't go with the rush of trying to stay up or anything like that. Brago's normally quick with his stuff, so His stuff probably already out, but it probably caught him off guard that TCB launched it so early. More recently, there have also been female One Piece tubers on the scene, like Joy Girl. Yep, I love Joy Girl. Grand Line Review. I watch Grand Line Review, not necessarily for reviews because he doesn't really do reviews like that, kinda. But yeah, I watched their podcast. What is it? Blue Banana. With O'Hara, Manu, Joy Girl, Sophie, and Liam. Grand Line. And they're pretty entertaining and funny. So yeah, I fuck with Joy Girl. Gear 5 is honestly the best thing I could imagine for Luffy. That's honestly such a risky move for a mangaka because you risk losing a large chunk of shonen fans. Yep. It was a huge risk because I mean Luffy had done transformations, but that transformation was definitely really off the wall. Um and it kind of altered. People really didn't like the Looney Tune like goofy aspect that it brought into the story, and their main complaint was that it brought it at a serious moment. But that was peak One Piece for me. One Piece is goofy. Like Luffy and Gear 5 literally embody what truly makes One Piece One Piece. And complaining about putting goofy moments in serious moments is basically complaining about most of One Piece. Because even in the most serious moments, Oda's gonna throw in a joke or two. That's just One Piece. Have y'all not been reading One Piece? So I never really got that argument or the kickback for Gear 5 because of that. And the fact that they're like, oh, it's too OP. You could do anything with it. But of course, Oda's gonna put brakes on that. Law's Fruit is basically OP, but there's brakes to it. I mean, the dude knows how to write. He's not just gonna go off the wall. I can just put this over here. I don't have to keep looking over there. I don't need to look at the chapter anymore. Anyway, my neck don't keep hurting from looking over there, and I can see what y'all talking about easier. Let's see. Year 5, honestly, the best thing. Yeah, make me happy to have a big One Piece YouTuber scene, but I must say many of them also way overdo it with the clickbait thumbnails. Yeah, a little bit. I try not to be too clickbaity. I'm trying to learn my way on thumbnails right now and find a consistent thumbnail. Try not to be too clickbaity, but I'm also a small One Piece YouTuber, of course, right now. So I have to be slightly clickbaity-ish or just make people want to come view my video because otherwise I'm not going to grow because I'm going to get buried below all of the other large YouTubers and mid-level YouTubers. Let's see. With Nika, I'm just happy that Nika's personality has not taken over Luffy. In Bleach, Ichigo was taken over by the Hollow, Asta by the Devil. Hey, when you say Asta, y'all don't know this yet because this is probably y'all. I don't know if this is your first time watching me or not. I feel like I remember your name, Cosmic Clutch. I feel like I remember like getting a follow notification for that, but I'm not sure. But yeah, this guy back here, that's Asta. That's my dog Asta. So seeing Asta's name, just made me think of that. Shout out Asta. Shout out Black Clover. Where was I? Naruto by Kurama. Let me try to read everything before I just talk. Oda leaned hard into the goofy side for Gear 5 and it worked because most people love it and those who don't understand why it makes perfect sense. Exactly. At least Oda didn't do the route as of now. Maybe one day Nika will go berserk. Maybe. I kind of hope not though. I want Luffy to be Luffy. Yeah, thank God Nika wasn't possessing Luffy and that would have ruined it. Yep. True, Gear 2, 3, 4 were just Luffy being creative with his fruit. Rubbery veins, blowing air into your fist, which is already Popeye. Like in, let's see. Sorry, let me turn my screen. Where was I? Popeye like, and no one complained back then. Gear 4 coding, I know, right? Gear 5 is just creativity put to the extreme. Facts. I think if you're small, you're fine, but if you have 100K subs, you really don't have to say, "Oh wow, Goto, what has he done this time?" Yeah, honestly, if you have like over 100K followers, you really don't need to do that. YouTube's gonna promote your stuff anyway. Your dedicated followers that have their bell turned on are gonna know. Or most, I watch some content out of the people that I normally follow, but if I want to go on YouTube to see specific stuff, I just go to my subscriptions tab on my phone and I just scroll my subscriptions tab most of the time. So I can see, even if it doesn't alert me, if my favorite YouTuber or whatever has posted a video or going live or something like that. The ones that I really, really like Brago and such, I might turn on like notifications and stuff but some people don't even look at their subscriptions tab. But yeah, if you're a big YouTuber, you don't necessarily have to be so clickbaity. But I get it on in a sense, because once you get a certain like level of big, you kind of cut off your growth at some points. It slows down a lot, because you kind of hit more of a wall of the audience you can reach. So you kind of have to be clickbaity a little bit to reach a further audience. But I also get what you mean. It's my first time here. I thought so. I think I had somebody else follow me or something that was Cosmic something. I was watching Murphy Napier's Wano review, and this was recommended under the. Hey, appreciate you, YouTube, recommending me under Murphy Napier. Appreciate you. So I just wanted to pop in and show some love. Appreciate you popping in, bro. You popped in, showed love, and stayed a while. So, man, I appreciate it. This is the most people I've had talking in my live stream. I started my One Piece YouTube journey probably like, I think it was like late July. So I've been doing this like a month and a half, closing in on, yeah, like a month and a half, 2 months and like a couple weeks or so, week and a half. So yeah, this is the best live stream I've had, the longest time I've gone. A lot of people have been dropping in and talking to me and stuff. So maybe it's due to the time of day and people just being on YouTube, but it's just really cool. I really like it. This is why I made my YouTube. I just want to reiterate that again. So I made my YouTube. I like to live stream the chapter review because for the longest time I didn't have anybody to talk about One Piece with. I had to basically force my girlfriend at the time to read One Piece. She had watched it with me, but she just, I guess, wasn't necessarily into manga like that at the time. And then I finally convinced her to catch up, and I convinced my best friend to catch up, and it gave me a few people to talk about it with, but they're not as consistent with reading it when it first comes out and when the height of talking is, and they're not as deep in the community. So I feel like I annoy my wife sometimes with how much I talk about One Piece, but yeah, I appreciate y'all coming by, man. One thing, this is for 1059, but what do you think? Why does BB want to have Kobe? Was it to lure out Garb? As of now, I do not know. I have zero clue about that. I was just as stumped last time. I think Kobe willingly went with him. I don't think he kidnapped Kobe for real or anything. I think Kobe kind of like more self-sacrificed himself in a way. Because I don't think, even with Rayleigh showing up and him releasing, or Blackbeard releasing Boa, I don't think that Blackbeard's just going to go home empty-handed. He didn't sail all that way he's an emperor of the sea. He has a reputation and everything. He's not just going to sail there to leave with nothing. I know Blackbeard's very cautious, and he only goes when he knows that it's basically 100%. Except for Impel Down. He was a little cuckoo with that one. But I think he went willingly, but I can't think of the purpose other than to not leave empty-handed. Maybe it's to lure Garp out, but why lure Garp out? Why do you want Garp? They've never really had that kind of interaction, I feel like. Let's see. The studio setup is nice with the paintings on the wall. Appreciate it, bro. Really appreciate it. I need to get my Zoro painting up there. Are you on Twitter? You should interact with the One Piece Twitter community. It could, yeah, I do some way. I am on Twitter. This Twitter, Sherlok D, Homeboy, same as on here. Please give me a follow because I'd be wanting to talk to my subs and tell them, update them about stuff, interact with them on there. But not too many people follow me on you or on Twitter. It used to be like a Black Clover, just little Twitter I had thing. But when I started my YouTube, I just converted. But yeah, it's kind of Twitter community a little bit toxic at times. Little bit toxic, yeah. Some of them are cool, but some of them you say one thing or you say one thing slightly wrong and they completely come for your neck and are like, you're an idiot. Why would you say that? Blah, blah, blah. No way this could be the right answer. It's like, bro, this is just my opinion. Chill out. Shit. Chill the fuck out. That's why I don't even really be talking under stuff. I kind of started doing it a lot more. But, and I don't really just have like go-to people on there to talk about it with. That's why I didn't too much originally. So basically I would just get my One Piece talk out by I didn't even comment on YouTube posts too much, but I would just watch my videos and they would give me ideas and I'd talk to my wife about it. That's as far as my One Piece community interaction would most of the time go. Let's see. If I'd open your stream, I'd be like, yeah, this guy does anime manga reactions. But most fandoms are whatever. Yeah. Yeah, most fandoms are toxic. I'm gonna follow you on Twitter. An amateur digital artist. Ooh, and sometimes hardly post some art. Oh, I love art, bro. Cosmic. I'm a very big art guy. I'll definitely be checking out some of your art. Do you do One Piece art or what kind of art do you do? Yeah, definitely follow me. I'm gonna hit that follow back. If you follow me right now, I'll go ahead and refollow you or follow you back or whatever, cause I love me some art. Are you Campion or is that somebody else? They be like, didn't you know reference XYZ in chapter 7 page blah blah blah. Yeah, bro. Like some people don't commit their whole life to a certain thing, or they might have their one favorite series and they just casually watch One Piece. And they're not just hip. Like my friend read all of One Piece in like a year, and he loved it and everything. But when I talk about One Piece, sometimes with him, it just flies over his head because he's like, I know some stuff, but I read it quick too, or I binged through it, so I don't know everything. And you just kind of reminded me of something. So, like, don't go for people's head like that. Just and don't gatekeep the community. Let people join the community. Let people have fun with it. Don't call them idiots for not knowing something that you know just because it's your life. You spend a lot of time with it. So yeah. I'm just getting into the One Piece color panels, and yes, can't bet. Yep. Follow back, my guy. Check you out. And you're doing nice. Okay. Oh, this is dope. That one is a retweet though. That one's dope too. So did you color in your and that's from the newest chapter, bro. You're quick. You're quick. Yeah, definitely a follow, bro. Interact with me on there, especially as the channel starts to grow. It'd be really cool. I think I reached the limit of my stream or something. Because it just restarted my stream. I'm on 0 seconds now. Hey, appreciate you retweeting it. But yeah, I don't know why I restarted my stream. But yeah, appreciate you promoting it, bro. Like I said. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did F? What did F? Oh, it did start over? Yeah, it froze? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm on like 0 seconds on my live now. Excuse me. But, yeah. Anything else y'all want to talk about? I've been going for probably about Closing in on 3 hours. Quick question. There you go. Top 5 One Piece characters. Sheesh, bro. You would ask me this in a series with a bajillion characters. Okay, let's go. Top 5. Are we including Straw Hats, or is this a... Because if we include Straw Hats, 3 of them might be Straw Hats. So that'll make this very easy. If we exclude Straw Hats, it'll be probably a more interesting list. With Straw Hats, I'll give you both. With Straw Hats, Sanji, Luffy, Zoro, Law, and probably Dofi. I really like Dofi a lot. I was gonna put Cat, but we had a longer arc with Dofi and found out more about his past and development with him than we did Cat, so I would put Dofi above Cat. Without the Straw Hats, Law. Who was my 5? I already forgot it. Oh, Law, Dofi, Cat. Trying to think. Because I'm like, I like them, but they're not. I don't know if they're top 5. I kind of like Big Mom, to be honest. A lot of people don't like Big Mom. A lot of people don't like Big Mom, but I kind of like Big Mom. But yeah, overall, I gave you Sanji, Luffy, Zoro, Law, Dofi. What do you mean by Nakama? Some people think Carrot also snuck. Yep, I talked about this during. I feel like most people were expecting Carrot in the bucket, in the barrel, but we got Caribou, which is very disappointing. But Oda could also be using that to kind of like how he did with last chapter with Wano, how he did the Yamato thing about if I leave, then there won't be as much protection and people are going to come for the island. He basically showed us the results of that with the later in the chapter with Amazon Lily and what happens when you can't protect your islands from pirates like Blackbeard coming in and Marines storming in. So I think that's kind of more or less what he did with this. We have Caribou in the barrel, and then he kind of hides that. People were like, no way Carrot's in the barrel now because he already did the barrel thing. Nope. Next chapter, some Carrot jumps out. But it's looking less and less likely. I think Yamato is going to join the crew later on. After whatever happens to Wano and Momo and everything, she's going to join later on somehow. I do think. Let's see. Personally, I don't care, but some people obsess over guys like, yeah. Personally, I don't care as much. I really liked Care for Straw Hat at one point before Oda just basically pulled all out on her and just basically in Wano stopped giving her screen time. But when we were in Whole Cake, I was pretty cared for Straw Hat because she fit well with the crew. She had a really cool Sulong power and the electricity and all of that. So it gave us another female in the crew, so it was just really cool. But yeah, it's probably not likely anymore. Like the idea of having Carrot on the crew because she's a mink. Yep, create diversity. And also Carrot would have been a good selling point. Let's see. Cosmic, no idea why this cat continues. He's been with us since the time skip. Might as well be an honorary shot. Bro, I'm saying, bro. He was literally one of the first people to pop up after, I guess Oda had a plan for him coming out of the time skip because he's been with us since the time skip. Or since after the time skip. One of the first people we saw. He goes down to Fishman Island with us. I forgot how he gets separated after Fishman Island. I think he went with Big Mom's stuff or something. He ended up going somewhere, but then he, of course, shows back up in Wano. Caribou gonna replace the cold, bro? Chill out. Yo, wild. Hey, bro, nah, we not comparing Caribou. We not comparing Caribou to Law, bro. That's great. I'm tired of this gag though, but he's apparently very important to Law or to Oda, and he knows a lot of stuff now. A lot of people theorize that Caribou is the actual narrator of One Piece, and since he's been there with them, kind of, he's like found out about stuff that he's actually the one narrating the story. Yeah, I think Bonnie's definitely an ally. Definitely. I don't know if she's gonna go multiple arcs like Law because I feel like Law's story became something of its own. Let's see. Caribou gonna dip from the ship after pissing his piss. He'll invade. Yep. Yeah, but he's locked. He's like chained in the cage. I just think it's funny how she just conveniently is in the perfect place for the Straw Hats to find her. Exactly, but you know how One Piece works. That's how stories have to be, though. Stories are a bunch of contrived conveniences that work out for the main character and the main character's allies. Let's see. Straw Hats and find her. Kuma is true sniper king. After Fishman Island, bro. Oh, that's why Kelvin was asking me that. I was talking about that with Kelvin earlier about how we think Bonnie got there and if we thought Kuma sent her there. That would make sense of how she perfectly conveniently ended up with the Straw Hats if Kuma just blasted her there. But the only fault and problem I had with that is that Kuma basically is supposed to have no traces of his humanity left. They pretty much ensured us of that, and his last trace of humanity was his wish to protect the Sunny over the 2 year time skip. So I just need a little bit of explaining with that. Let's see. My wife talking about my live stream still going. uh, but let's see. After Fishman Island, Caribou got a cover story. He essentially, yeah, I mean, I forgot about that. Yeah, he was still traveling. He essentially became a freedom fighter, but then was captured by ex Drake in prison. Yeah, I remember the thing with Kaido's crew and ex Drake. But I forgot what he was doing during those cover stories. Yo, if Caribou is the narrator, I swear, bro, that's the theory. I'm telling you, there's people out there who truly believe Caribou's the narrator. I wouldn't be surprised with the way Oda has him in the story and the like things he knows that he should not know. Why give this character, this no-name character that none of us like, a role in the story like this? Like, I don't think there's any Caribou supporters in the world. I don't think there's people like, hey, capping for my boy Caribou and this bit, boy, capping for my boy Caribou. No, none of that happening, bro. There's no Caribou cap. There's no CC in here. If y'all know somebody capping for Caribou, let me know. But Straw has traveled for a few days, right? Kuma would have needed to perfectly calculate where the crew would land so that Bonnie would not drown and be picked up. Hey, yo, he that good. He basically PX0. I mean, his body modified. He might have brain modifications, smartness, data, tracking. I don't know. It would be crazy if he picked him off. That's Patrick Mahomes right there. He's just that good. Mind broken. Kuma be asking, where do you want to go for vacation? And Bonnie be saying, yeah, the open and cold sea sounds splendid. Hey, yo, she really is in the freaking freezing water, too. It's a frozen island. Hey, lucky the Straw Hats came. She would have died and frozen to death. Where's Bonnie's crew, by the way? Did she just leave her crew to go up to the Reverie to infiltrate? Oh, want to bet the man Caribou wants to give info about the ancient weapons is actually Buggy. Yeah, that was kind of my theory. It's either Buggy or it is Crocodile. Those are the main people. I think Blackbeard's a wild card and it's possible, but Buggy and Crocodile make a lot of sense because it was basically the way it's just the way Oda structures his chapters, and you don't realize it sometimes when you're reading week to week because he'll kind of like parallel something a chapter or two ago, and we're just really thinking about this chapter, but he brings it up in that chapter before a couple chapters ago in order to kind of introduce and kind of slowly set it up kind of thing. So that would make sense for him to either be talking about Crocodile or Buggy, and that's how Buggy ends up getting the info he needs and ends up becoming what I think slight king of the world, because Buggy, in my opinion, will definitely sit on the empty throne. Accidentally. But he'll definitely sit on the empty throne. Let's see. Oh, want to bet? Okay, yeah. That would be funny as fuck if this entire purpose was to allow Buggy to suffer from even more. Yep. Hey, the man, even when he loses, he never loses. The king of taking L's, but coming away with dubs. L's turn to dubs is Buggy to a T. Destined to be king of the world. That man be suffering too. He suffered from his success. I think we last saw them when they were all captured by Blackbeard way back. Oh yeah, I forgot Bonnie was captured. Yeah. Wonder if them dudes died. Ever since then, she was solo. Let's see. Oh, also, where's Caribou's brother? Yep, I think he did. Haven't seen him in like a decade at this point. It's facts. I don't. Ever since they got to Fishman Island, have we seen him? I don't believe so. He wasn't in the cover stories, was he? I don't remember him even on Fishman Island. Maybe when they first got there, but I don't really remember him on Fishman Island. Forgot about him. Koraboo. Yeah, bro. His name was Koraboo. That's funny as hell. See? Bro, y'all be reminding me of so much stuff. Alright, this was cool. I'll try to hop in next chapter as well and catch some videos. Yep. Later, my guy. I'm about to end it as well. I've been going for a long time. Later, bro. I think they got separated by Kraken shortly before Fishman Island, and ever since he's been missing. Oh, yep. I think so. But yeah, bro. About to dip out. Peace out, Stefan. Peace out, Cosmic. I appreciate y'all hopefully subbing to me and dropping by. Hope to see y'all around and have more, I guess, more life, more good times, more One Piece discussions. So with that, I'll wrap it up. Catch y'all on the flip.